Welcome, welcome everyone to another exciting episode of the Nebulous Collection. And
Oh fuck,
yeah,
I haven't got the thing set up. Shit.
we're off to the best
Excellent.
possible start. Hell yeah!
Fuck. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine.
Excellent.
Has anyone confirmed that Zoe isn't just Dreadfesse? Has anyone?
No.
No, most of it's just with me.
I mean, I've never seen them in the same room together.
It's true.
True.
Come on, see it.
Hey Minerva,
Oh, thank
how
fuck,
you
it's supposed to be
doing?
Good.
Welcome. I hope this episode proves as
Motions.
interesting as the rest. It's a Zoe. Hello, Zoe.
Yes. Hello. That's me.
It's that Zoe.
I'm going up to sketchy shit,
Is
but
it?
good. Listen, sketchy shit is the best kind of
Hell
shit to be up
yeah.
to.
that's
Ow, ow, ow.
that's just normal for you, Minerva.
Ian, are you
Like,
okay?
Yeah,
Yin's
I'm
fine.
Yin is sewing earrings and she keeps stabbing herself because she's full of talent.
These
If
are
it
Yin.
hurts, don't
these
do
are-
it.
Nah, these are normal Yin sounds. It's fine.
Yeah.
You will
Yeah,
grow
no-
used to them.
Again, anyone who has ever watched me craft would never understand why I like to do it because during the entire process it's basically ow fuck son of a bitch why do I do this to myself?
Yep.
Having
And
watched
yet-
several of your streams, yes.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, we seem to have a tendency to sleep through all of them now.
that's goals.
Worry
to be
not,
fair.
I
Some
will
people
wake-
think mine
Worry
would be-
not, I will relentlessly call to wake you up before stream starts.
How many times did you call? Was it just once?
Just the one. I was prepared to
Okay.
call until you answered, but I only had to do it once.
There we go. Thank fuck.
Peanut
There we
butter
go.
covered pretzels are the shit, and I will fight anyone who says otherwise. Now,
You already have, repeatedly.
now, let's get
New
started.
player.
Yes, we have a new player with us today, the Dax
Yes, we do.
system. Go follow them on the twitch.tv.
You can sound like a
DAX
band.
system is one word. DAXSYSTEM.
Yeah, you can also link your thing in chat if you want. I'm not opposed
I
to
should
that.
have chat open.
Wait.
Yeah, you probably should.
Wait a
you know.
second.
I never do. I
I-
just brought this.
Like the camera, our camera is our phone, and we only have one monitor, so we're
Oh,
in
well,
multiple
yeah.
pickles.
Don't worry. It's
No, no,
Zoe,
no.
the Link Goblin, here to help.
It is.
Poggers.
Zoe's perfect. Oh, your Twitter. That's Twitter.
Wait, what? Fuck. Oh no! Got the
I
wrong
haven't
one!
used
Shit.
Twitter in like 4 months.
Hold on, I can fix it. I can.
We're
I,
off to a magnificent start.
I can. I'm fixing it.
Bringing
Fine.
up the Poggers thing now has me picturing PogChamp like in the Nebulous Collection used in Carbonite.
Poggers.
Frozen
The
in
original,
carbonite
yes.
making that face.
The original PogChamp
Yes.
making that face,
Yeah.
frozen in carbonite forever,
That-
aware
that
and
bastard.
unable to communicate.
That bastard should be frozen in carbonite.
Excellent. Perfect.
Fucking COVID truther asshole.
Ugh.
Oh god.
Of course they are. All right. Well, regardless of that,
Moving right along.
moving along. All right. So, the door opens, and Dax, your character finds themselves in a very tasteful-looking foyer. No, it's just a lovely little. It's basically just like the
No,
reception
I
desk.
know
at
what
a-
it is, but you continue.
Oh, not that. I'm saying, like, for Dax's sake, as a better descriptor. Like, it's the reception area at a museum. Like, it's
Yeah.
the front desk and the nice area
Fair.
for that.
Mm.
And there is, what would your character find, like, what would your character expect to see? That's the other thing. Because whatever's standing behind the counter is determined specifically by that.
I have no idea.
All right, we'll go with a more default-ish form.
The
you
standard
see-
issue.
Yeah, standard issue, like,
curator.
tall, hair slicked back with oil, tall, extremely well dressed, very skinny looking, and their eyes are just pitch black spheres.
So
got a little-
kind of- so not unlike, not entirely unlike either.
No, not entirely. And they look up from whatever paperwork they were doing. And they're like, Welcome to the collection. I am the curator. How may I assist you?
I just slowly stand up and just look around for a moment. I have no idea who I am, where I am, how I got here, when it currently is, why I'm here, or how I got here.
Ah. Well, time is strange here. Don't worry yourself over much about it. Total amnesia is unusual, but not unheard of. In the meantime, quarters are waiting for you.
Okay. I start looking over my lanky mechanical body to find that the only legible word engraved is the word ether on the center of the chest. Is that my name? I mean, it's the only thing I've got.
It could be, if you like.
Well, don't exactly have anything else. I turn around to see if there's like doors outside, like doors leading outside.
There are doors. All of them are closed.
Start slowly backing towards them. And
Is
like,
something amiss?
discreetly patting down what I'm wearing to find that it's just a poncho and an equipment rig. Finding that I do in fact have weapons and just, not drawing them, but keeping that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And just, no, I just take off and make for the door.
Okay. What happened? All right.
Just-
do you reach the door? Are you opening the door?
I attempt to.
It opens.
And what do I see past it?
Yourself holding open the door to the foyer from the other side.
Is that I reach out to feel if it's a mirror.
Nope. You're seeing yourself from a different angle. You see your arm come. If you turn around, you will see your arm coming through a different door.
I just immediately slam the door back shut. Okay, quarters.
I do apologize. The collection is very possessive sometimes.
Is that what this place is?
It must like you.
That's not helpful. Is the collection what this building is?
Oh yes, this building is a very small part of the Nebulous Collection. We exist as a sort of holding space for many of the more esoteric aspects of existence across the many universes.
Okay. Right.
If you have found your way here, it may well be because the collection decided you have a talent that it finds useful. There's a fair bit of paperwork to get through, but we can deal with that later. In the meantime, find your quarters. You will be assigned a team.
Okay. Where are they?
I believe they should be having breakfast in the cafe.
The quarters I meant.
Yes. You'll find them when you need them. Worry not.
Okay. I just slowly start walking towards the doors from the entrance into the collection, just carefully eyeing that man behind the desk with the pure black camera lens eyes.
Good description. I like
That's
that.
describing
That's
my
good.
own eyes.
Yep.
That's
He's gone back to paperwork. Like, he's not like Nebulous. He doesn't have upsettingly perfect hair, but he's extremely fastidious.
Yes.
okay.
He's always very put together. You will never see him with a hair out of place.
Fair.
If you
I
see
don't
him with
have
hair at
hair.
all. All right.
So I walk up to the doors
Mhm.
and repeatedly side-eyeing the creepy paperwork man. And
Sorry.
with a hand like
By the third time you
within
side-eye
grabbing
him,
distance.
the third time you side-eye him, he does start to smirk. He says nothing, but he does smirk.
Okay.
So
The smirking is obnoxious.
yeah, the smirking is obnoxious. Yup.
Alright, so I push through the doors.
All right, and behind them you find a room. Your room, in fact. And it's got what you need. Like, the rooms are decorated to your tastes. They will be familiar to you, and they have whatever you need. If you need a bed or a maintenance bench, then it's there. Stuff like that. It'll have a place where you can, well, I mean, normally it would have like a bathroom, but, you know, it'll
That
have
seems
like
to
a
be outside the
place where
point.
you can take an oil bath or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna say there is a coat and hat rack by the door.
Perfect.
A chair and a workbench.
Perfect.
And at least for the time being, that's it.
Yep. More rooms can be added later, don't you worry. All right, but yeah. You also hear a very interesting chiming noise. And
At this point, with the mysterious noise being in a completely foreign environment and with no knowledge of anything, I just to be on the safe side, draw my pistol from the under the shoulder holster as part of the equipment rig.
Yep.
And the pistol is very nice. I just want to go in the little description I made. It's a custom machine double action handgun with a compensator engraved slide, and it's fairly high caliber and a fitted ergonomic grip that is perfect for my hand, and a short triangular pike mounted under the barrel for stabbing.
Nifty. Yeah. So, congratulations. You've officially heard for the first time the sound that will rule the rest of your existence. As upon hearing this sound, a small section of the table begins to flash with it's not a bright, alarming it's a gentle sort of thrumming
like a
light.
Notification light.
Like a notification light, yes.
I cautiously approach it and try and see what it is.
Do you poke it?
Not yet.
Okay. It continues to thrum.
I reach out and extend a finger towards it.
All right. As you touch
and
it, the section of the table sort of lifts out, and inside is a little, like, pneumatic message tube. And it says, care of Ether. For immediate consideration.
I just kind of cautiously and quickly snatch it out of the tube. And open it up.
Inside it's literally a welcome letter. It's the welcome to the Nebulous Collection. These are your quarters. Whatever you need will be found here. The rest of your team is currently waiting in the cafe. They will be difficult to miss.
I raise an eyebrow on my like. The only thing we could think of to come up with for the face was like Nick Valentine, but less like beaten the fuck up.
Ah, that could be fun. I was about to say, you could also just do Legion, so you just have only eyebrows, and that's how you make facial expressions.
That's a very generic androgynous face.
Yep.
With again the black camera lens eyes, and around the sides the jaw hinges are visible, and
Excellent.
it's just a plated skull mounted to a neck for the most part.
Beautiful. Love it. All right, so
That's my brain lives in there.
sure does.
Anyway,
My head meat lives there.
Yeah.
So
still just like holster the holster the pistol, but I keep the catch open on it.
Okay.
And take the letter and just slowly walk back out of the room and look around.
There's a hallway. Now, yeah, you come out, you are not where you were when you went into that room. Now there's a hallway.
I'm immediately confused.
Now there's a hallway. There's signs pointing to like cafe, laboratory, restrooms, like just. But yeah, that's where you're at. You're at a hallway with a lot of signs pointing you hither and thither.
Well,
You are here marker somewhere.
Oh, there is a "You are here" marker. It's one of those
If you
unhelpful.
move, it moves
directly
with
above the door I've walked out of. Just as unhelpful as possible.
Yes.
It's a pretty unhelpful museum map. Yeah, it's very vague.
Well, for lack of literally anything else, I go towards the. I follow the signs leading. I follow the signs leading to the cafe.
Perfect. All right. Meanwhile,
my strides are light and cautious, and I'm constantly keeping my head on a swivel.
A couple of
that's
people.
Not meant to be a mechanical pun.
You're passing a lot of.
You could actually do that.
You're passing. You're passing a lot of people in the hallway. It's an interesting combination of like academia and like cyberpunk and magic. Like. There's just, like, a lot of people have augments. Everyone's pretty well dressed, generally speaking. There's, like, plenty of people in, like, adventurer's gear. There are some that look like they haven't left their rooms in months. Some people, like, carrying stacks of books. Barely anyone pays you any mind. You are an abstract curiosity here and there to a couple of people. Meanwhile, as our newfound friend is making their way... breakfast time at the collection.
In the cafeteria, pinned up over the board.
Yep.
By there's a large sign that says 0 number of days since last. Our team needs a name. Incident.
Yup.
Does it say our team needs a name on there?
God, I hope so.
Actually, you know what? Let's go with that.
Yes.
Team name pending.
Yeah.
Or just enter name.
Yeah, enter name here. Name. Actually, no. Name redacted.
There we go.
Name redacted. Yes. All right. But yeah, so like, I presume that this is a lot of just Nibirius and Mithraia having a bit of an eating contest, except it's all protein.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's protein and carbs down the hatch. Yersinia eating one of her horrible sandwiches,
Yeah.
and leaning over to tell Havelock, but I didn't mean to incinerate him. It was an accident.
Oh, these things, they happen. Havelock is on, like, mojito number 4 for breakfast.
Yeah.
Yup. Mojito number 4 and, like, some bizarre alien concoct. Ooh, it's caviar, except the caviar has tentacles.
Oh, God.
So that's what Havelock's having for breakfast, booze and caviar.
What a piece of shit.
Their bowel movements are gonna be just
Neon
so
colored.
impressive here.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, my mental image of that somehow.
Remember,
Dreadful
it's
says
not a
still
rainbow
unneaten.
unless you get all 7 colors.
Please stop.
Dramatic spray.
Try.
Anyway. Yup.
Dreadful is still eating the unlimited TGI Fridays. mozzarella
Yes! Yes!
sticks.
Yeah, didn't you
To
steal the
this.
bowl
She
when
just
we?
reaches into
Yeah,
her
no, she took the
pocket
bowl.
and just takes
She
out a
took-
mozzarella stick.
Yeah,
Yes!
she looks like she wants to die. She's eaten so many mozzarella sticks, but she needs to know if there's an actual bottom to them. She's gonna find.
Yes!
Gonna
Yes!
find
Die.
something, possibly a coronary.
Yeah,
Poor
seriously.
bastard.
I'm worried that her entire intestinal tract is just cheese now. I'm
I would
worried.
like to submit a question to the group here. Do we have a backup plan for if our mage gets rickets?
I presume this is Jack who's
This is
asking.
Jack.
Yes.
Ah. Listen.
Yersinia like, probably do experiments on her.
Yeah, probably just more science.
I don't think that's how crickets work. They mostly just appear in grass and make noises.
Yersinia just about snorts
is
her
my
sandwich
life
out of
now.
her face.
Yup.
This
This
is
is-
my fucking life now.
You followed
Yes,
the
this is your life, Jack. Welcome.
You followed the sexy necromancer, and this is what happened.
Well, teach me.
Yup. All right, and the door opens. The door to the cafeteria opens, and in walks Ether. This no, the robot fucking cowboy. Ye goddamn ha!
Yeah.
The only clothes I am wearing are a fucking, how did I describe it? Are a dirt-caked patchwork poncho, a wide-brimmed leather fedora, and an equipment rig.
Yup.
It's the good, the bad, and the metallic.
Yep.
Yes. Because I don't have anything to cover up, because
The
my
f-
body looks like...
You could go find
was
the
scared to
other
ask.
robot cowboy. Yes.
I was
God.
so scared to ask. whether it was
Heavily
a defensive
inspired.
situation.
Heavily inspired by V1 from Ultra Kill without the wings.
Ooh.
All right.
So anyway, I step in and just as soon as I enter a room, I immediately assess the situation. Just take in what's happening in the room and figure out what's going on. Oh fuck, Nick's got alcohol.
For the record, for those who can see that I'm drinking out of a wine glass, this is iced tea because it's the only thing in the house I can drink that has flavor.
Oh dear.
Fair.
I'm going to get to the alcohol eventually, but I'm going to do that when I'm not handling the sharp objects.
Fair.
That's probably a
wise
good
plan.
idea.
So,
Hey, Chuckle Fucks. New blood's here. Or new oil, I guess.
yeah, close enough. All right, I got.
in response.
Yeah, we got told that. Yes, we were told to expect a new arrival. Welcome to the team.
I
I'm-
don't know who any of you are or who I am.
Havelock at this
we don't know
point
who you
stands
are.
up
That's the first thing.
dramatically, and they're wearing like they're still wearing their fucking casino clothes. They're still wearing that obnoxiously brocaded Victorian tailcoat
Oh,
and
God.
suit, and they just stand up and bow at the waist dramatically, like I am Havelock Chamberlain at your
Yes.
service.
Yersinia
can't-
notices that Havelock is still wearing those. She's like, please tell me you've washed them since the orgy.
At least once.
Okay.
I just tip my hat and go ether, I think.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Ether, I think.
Mm. I just sigh
Get used to
slightly.
that. That doesn't end.
Understood.
Ah, yes, and this is Jack, one of the, well, what would have been the newest addition to our team. Aside from you, of course.
Usually replace half a team at a time. Or I guess the other guy's still part of this.
We've yet
Whack
to
that.
lose anyone in our team. Thank you very much. Well,
I've
Except
given to
Carl.
understand that's quite a record.
Rest, Carl.
We don't
Rest well.
look. Don't blame me about Carl. I didn't mean to incinerate him. It was an accident.
No one is blaming you. It's okay. These
They
things
still
happen.
haven't told me what happened to Carl.
It's just
Okay.
accept it. The Carl incident goes unspoken of. Thank you.
Mhm.
I am going to either need a lot of time or one hell of a briefing
Well,
because I don't even know who the fuck, like,
and Havelock just looks more and
What's
more
happening?
delighted the more confused you seem. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm
The-
just tapping my foot and like just gradually becoming less gradually becoming less good at hiding that I'm freaking the fuck out.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, new arrivals. They always have that skittery look about them. All right, so. Yes, Dreadfussé?
I feel like this is one of those questions you don't ask someone the first time you meet them.
Out with it. Do
Are
it
you a
anyway.
computer?
I don't rightly know.
Yersinia aspirates a piece of sandwich.
Yes! Are you a computer? God damn it. Oh, Dreadfussé. I do
Wait,
so love
fuck.
you.
Should I do this character in a cowboy accent? Because we can fucking do one.
Oh God.
If you
I can
want.
get away with this, honestly.
Yeah, it's true. If we can put on voices.
Do whatever makes you happy, Dax.
Alright. I just
It would
sort
be
of-
equally
I go
fun
quiet.
if the
I go
cowboy
quiet.
voice comes and goes at random intervals for no reason.
Honestly, that would probably be the best.
Yes.
Cool. Then we have plausible deniability for our shit memory.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, I just like after being asked this question, I just stand silently for a moment and then shrug. Just I don't rightly know.
Oh yeah, no, like that is Havelock looks delighted. It's like, oh, they have an accent. How lovely. All right, well, I can give you what I'm aware of, which, to be fair, isn't much. You're going to have to get used to some questions not having answers in places like this.
Okay,
But
I figured as much would be the case.
the gist of it is, the Nebulous Collection, as far as any of us can tell, exists outside of time and space and is a sort of, dumping-
Repository?
yes, repository for the...
You were
I was
going to
gonna
say
say
dumping
dumping
ground.
ground.
I was gonna say, if you want to be polite about it, you could call it a museum, less charitably a junkyard.
Yeah, a sort of, a collection of esoteric bullshit, mostly. You'll find anything in here from, like, the first squirt gun made on a world, like, billions of years ago, some such, to, like, you know, a sepulchral vault full of souls that wants to kill you. There's all sorts of nonsense here. And there's
You
not
said
a lot
you-
of differentiation
where's
between the
that?
two. They didn't take you to the death there.
No,
There's
they
like,
didn't take me there. What? How are they
Fairly
not?
certain that's a good idea.
you know what?
Well,
Actually,
Hey!
no, that's fair. You've had your fun. You've had your fun playing God. It's true.
I have.
Is this infighting normal?
Yes,
Yes,
mm,
Yeah.
that is.
it's how we all know we're friends.
Also, like, just as a aside, this is Akantarian speaking. Like,
Uh-huh.
Jack is extremely abrupt, short, like not rude, but extremely like to the point. Like, come on, I'm getting to the point here.
Yep.
Mhm.
If that gets too overbearing, let me know. I can tone it back. But like, that's
I
is
think
how
that's
Jack is.
needed.
Yeah,
that's just how Jack be.
could be good.
We need somebody to keep
useful.
our ridiculous chaos in line. Okay, there we go. Fuck.
I was having a lovely bit of tea with the Whackbats a few days ago. I think his project is coming along quite nicely. I'm excited to see it unveiled for everyone.
So is this you just changing the subject and talking to your team again?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I-
a lot.
like squint slightly. I squint slightly, but instead of like
Oh wait, I
eyelids
can do this when I'm
closing,
talking
the
out of character
camera-
now.
The, the lens is just focused slightly.
Yes.
I just all right, whatever. Just find I find
My dear-
a table in like I start walking towards a table in the corner where I have the best field of view of everything in the room.
Fox just looking at him like, they're one of those. They will have to get past that eventually. And Havelock does just
takes
call.
time.
Yeah, it does. Havelock just calls from across the cafe. My new mechanical friend! Do you eat?
I just look down at myself briefly, and then
I don't know.
I give it some thinking. Like I'm thinking harder about this than when I was asked if I was a computer. Sure.
Well, come along. The menus are over here.
All right.
A bunch of other, like, it's at the point where our group kind of has an area of the cafe to themselves.
And by area to the cafe, you mean we have a blast radius?
Yeah, we have a blast radius, yes.
The splash zone.
Yeah. Other teams have learned not to stand in the splash zone. And, Havelock hands you a menu. And the menu is, like, it looks like a fancy restaurant's menu, and there's stuff on it. And as you turn pages, it doesn't seem to get any thicker or thinner, but, like, there are way more pages in there than there should be. There's a lot of options. At least half of it is a drinks menu. And it it sorts itself sort of by theme, so, like, whatever you're in the mood for, it tends to open on. Stuff around here facilitates ease of use.
God, that sounds nice.
Yep. Havelock is just, like, continuing to eat caviar. They're, like, spreading it on crackers now. The tentacles are still writhing. I think I know what would top up this breakfast nicely. And he just puts down his menu and, like, scribbles a thing on a piece of paper real quick and just like, sinks into the table. And a moment later, just, like, upsetting to watch the table just warp around it as this fucking, like, drink just rises out of the table.
I just immediately recoil from the table.
Oh, that's
what
perfectly.
The hell is that?
Well, how else are the chefs supposed to get us our food?
I would think someone would just bring it to you.
You get used to it.
The collection doesn't like to do manual labor if it can
No.
help it.
Why waste time on manual labor when there's an esoteric solution? And Havelock drinks this, like, pitch black looking liquor. It smells faintly of ozone and licorice.
That's a good smell.
So how do I order something?
Just fill out, and, like, at the bottom of the menu, there's a little, like, order
tear
sheet.
here.
Yeah, just tear here, and you can, like, fill it, just write in, like, the numbers of items you want.
Fair. I tear off the slip and write ether, and then a number, and then out comes just, like, a tall glass of saline. Like, salt-heavy saline.
Valid. All right.
Yersinia bangs on the table, and the table spits out another glass of black tea at her.
Yep.
Jefferson just raises another mozzarella stick to the mouth.
Dreadfussate. Dreadfussate. You look like
We're
you're
going
going
to have to take those away from her.
Yeah.
You do realize that.
Oh yes, Dreadfussate.
To know if they're bottomless. I need to
Dreadfussate.
know where the bottom is.
I can have and will continue. Dreadfussate. If your stomach gets too overfull, I will perform surgery on you.
I start.
It will be neither clean
side-eyeing.
nor neat, but I will do it.
Side-eye Dreadfosse.
Your city is like, if that
He
happens, I'll
looks
help.
right back.
You are
Another
useless to
vodka stick goes in.
Sweet goddamn Christ.
What's eating you?
Dreadfosse! Stop it!
I do not understand y'all's obsession with having food that you have to fight back.
Did you hear? Did you catch my question? Oh, sorry, I spoke over you.
Nah, you're fine.
Did you catch my question to Dreadfosse?
What is eating?
Was it what's eating you?
Yes.
Well, you see, you've reversed the problem there, friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dreadfosse.
To know where the bottom is.
Dreadfosse, there is no bottom. It is endless. It is literal endless mozzarella sticks, Dreadfosse.
Bottomless.
At first, I have one eyebrow raised, then I raise both.
Dreadfosse.
It can't be.
Why did you take that? I mean, what?
Also, that definitely seems like the sort of thing that Cardholder would have as like a temptation trap.
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
It is. It absolutely is. I'd fall for that temptation trap.
After slamming back a glass of salt water, I start just idly looking through the pouches on the equipment rig, and find like a couple of spare magazines for the pistol, only like 2 or 3. A bandolier across the chest has loops for shotgun shells, and there's only like 5. So I'm like pretty sparse in ammunition. And then on the back of the hip, like those horizontal dagger sheaths, there is a shotgun scabbard. With a sawn-off lever action shotgun and engraved wooden furniture. And all of the engravings on the weapons match the engravings on my chest and arms that are like these floral paisley designs. But on me, there are signs that they have been painted previously, but most of it has faded or flaked off. And like my body generally has signs of wear and tear. Like there's some dents and scrapes, and in a couple of spots there's pretty severe dents from deflected bullets.
Oh yeah, I should give you a physical description of Havelock, shouldn't I? It's brilliant.
Yeah.
You should probably have physical descriptions of everyone, to be honest.
That's a good idea. We should do that. But yeah, Havelock is pictured here at the slideshow, actually. But they're like well dressed. They're like a very pretty femboy, essentially. But like the biggest thing is their face and all of the skin they have is just covered in marks. They're just very faintly glowing tattoos.
Interesting.
You haven't experienced the most interesting part of them yet, but you will. Today they are... Oh, why not purple? Purple's an excellent color.
Purple is an excellent
And they're
color.
wobbling around, acting a little bit drunk.
Oh, a little bit, yes. A little.
But I don't draw the shotgun yet because that seems like it would be impolite at the table.
Yes, that would be rude.
Same with the knife in a sheath on my shoulder. It's not a combat knife, it's more like utility oriented knife.
Oh no, Yin.
Uh-huh.
Have Mithraea and Neburius discovered, like, sweatpants yet? Have they discovered workout clothes?
Oh, Mithraea has absolutely discovered workout clothes, which she
Oh,
has, like,
no.
her habit draped over.
Yes!
Again,
She's wearing
Mithraea
her
has...
habit and workout clothes.
Yeah, like her habit unbuttoned down the front with,
Yes!
like, sweatpants and a tank
Excellent.
top.
Neburius is just wearing, like, workout shorts and a tank top or something.
Yeah,
Neburius
yeah,
is very well muscled.
Neburius definitely is wearing, like, the ridiculously low-slung workout pants where,
Oh,
like,
God,
if he
yes.
walks a little too much, there's a bit of wibbly-wobbly going on that you
Oh,
can see.
yes. Havelock appreciates this.
Oh, of course, Havelock does.
Should I finish my physical description or
Yes,
let everyone
sorry,
else go?
sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
So the like the mechanical body is almost entirely just, aside from those engravings, is just like a matte blue, like a matte steel blue. Like it's just the color of the metal rather than it having been painted. Or titanium blue rather.
Mm.
And again, the only word is the word ether inscribed on the chest above, like the main set of patterns. And like the legs are caked in dirt and dust. And again, it's just like a very bare bones skeletal body with like light armor plating. And like the head is by far the most heavily plated part of it. Just because that's where, I mean, character doesn't know this yet, but that's where the brain is.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can suss that out.
Yeah, probably. At least a couple of us can like see life energy.
Fair. Would that include seeing other organs?
We could probably try.
Yeah, Havelock
because
would
my
have
character-
to try.
Ether has a human brain and a human heart.
Yeah, your
So
Cydia would
Jack
be able
can't
or
see, like, Jack doesn't have like X-ray vision or anything like that. But one of her abilities is she can see truths, but they are in a very abstract, esoteric sort of fashion. Like she doesn't see, like, it's not like a true seeing effect. It's like rather she sees a series of like glyphs and symbols and things like that that can be interpreted. Like, has anyone read the Golden Compass?
I'm afraid not.
A lithiometer. There's a device in there that tells truth through symbols. So she can see truths of things, but she doesn't necessarily know what they are. It's more just like, here's a series of symbols that I need to interpret.
It's okay.
So she can see these
love you
things,
too.
but that doesn't necessarily mean she knows what they are or what they mean.
Tell one I said hi.
Nick says hi.
AK also says hi.
AK also says hi.
Zoe says hi.
We're all saying
Zoe says hi.
We're
We
all
all
saying
say
hi
hi.
now.
Dax,
Yep.
do you
We're on
say
the
hi?
bandwagon.
Dax says hi. Bun says hi to everybody.
Hooray! Stream has
Hell
been blessed
yeah.
by a
You
bun.
should probably take the cat out of here. Yeah, no, he's just going to hunt my needle while I'm sewing.
That's true.
Or more specifically, he's going to hunt the thread the needle's attached to. Sorry, guys, give me a second.
No
I didn't mean
worries.
to.
Take your time. It's fine. Life
Yes,
happens.
I love you, Fluff. I love you, Fluff. Good. Be gone. Be gone.
Small bastard man.
Grumpy bastard man, let me
Yep.
tell you.
Yep.
Thank you, dear.
Lovable,
Okay,
evil
back-
little bastard man. Anyway.
Oh, he is such an evil.
Oh fuck! I also forgot like the another thing about my character. Is their artifact. Is this like metal frame guitar slung over their back? Yes, I'm leaning into this really hard.
I have to say, I love the description.
Paisley Robot Cowboy!
And other things I didn't expect to hear today.
And it's like, it is a metal frame guitar with no, like, there's no pickup or jack or like acoustic body or anything. It's just a fretted neck, a bridge, and a bar for sitting it on your lap and playing comfortably. And I'll get to like the twist of what its artifact property is later.
Yeah, at some point. Well, there's a lot.
It's not actually as elaborate as it previously was in the first draft. Nick can vouch for this.
I look forward to it regardless. This will be fun.
Yes.
There'll be plenty of time. Worry not. All right.
Do we
but
want to go to just around the circle, as it were?
Makes sense. I've already given Havelock and Nibirius.
Yeah.
Yes. The most important detail of Nibirius. I apologize. My bad. Nibirius has upsettingly perfect hair at all times. Like
Nibirius is with you?
Yes,
Oh, of
Nibirius.
course.
Yeah. Nibirius and Havelock are joined at the hip more often than not. Usually,
Enjoyed by other
literally.
things the rest of the time.
Havelock found a himbo vampire and captured him for their own needs.
Yup. Havelock captured a
kind
himbo
us.
vampire BF.
Man, these characters really are self-inserts.
A little
Yeah, they
bit.
pretty much are. So,
All right. But yeah,
Jack,
that's
you, or,
Havelock.
AK, you want to go next?
Sure, yeah, I guess Jack. So I'm guessing this is probably a week or two after
Mhm.
the events at the House of the Setting Sun, so Jack has had some time to acclimate.
Yeah.
So I guess you also would have at this point been introduced to Jack's proper form,
Ooh.
because Jack by default looks like sort of a messy 30-something woman with curly red hair and wearing 3 pairs of glasses, 2 hats, 2 capes, a well-worn
Yes.
sweater and a long skirt, sturdy hiking boots, and a pair of very nice gloves. Looks a little bit eclectic, but somewhat intense. But the hair is a glamour because Jack is a Gorgon. So
Yes.
she essentially has a head full of southern coral snakes.
Pretty snakes.
Mm-hmm. They're obedient, but they don't like to be touched, and they will bite. And coral snakes.
And they are poisonous.
This
Coral
has
snakes
not
are
stopped
fairly
Havelock from trying to pet them gently.
Like, yeah,
Havelock is
1
going
or
to
2 bites
die
is probably
trying to
not
pet
a
something
big
one
deal,
day.
but
Probably.
Havelock is either going to die
If the book
eating,
lets
fucking,
him.
or petting.
Ideally, all 3 at once.
I can't argue with that. But Jack is also comparatively high tech. She has like a futuristic looking sort of smartphone that probably does not work in the collection because she can't get a fucking signal in here.
It may have service in certain areas of the collection. Like her
It's sort of
room, it might have some service.
They're an
or
internet
it'll get
cafe.
called, but yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
It'll be very hit or miss, though.
yeah. But by way of a brief sort of background, Jack is from a high-tech, high fantasy kind of near future Earth analog. For those who know, it's essentially the Shadowrun setting. It's not exactly that. It's not 1-to-1, but it's a close enough analog for our purposes here. So it's a world where there's cyberpunk, high-tech type stuff, but also elves, orcs, dwarves, etc., etc. And there, Jack has held a day job as essentially a financial sector investigator. She has a day job as an executive.
Whatever pays the bills.
Essentially bilking Neo York's fiscal elite out of their money, because Jack is sort of a mole within
Praxis.
1%. Yeah. She essentially pits rich people against each other and scrapes money off the margins.
Awesome.
The party discovered her in the House of the Setting Sun, which is essentially the Nebulous Collection equivalent of a casino. It's a multiverse spanning beyond world sort of playground of the rich and powerful. And
we may have
Jack
caused a
them
small scene.
That will be important next week.
Oh, God!
You
Yes!
resurrected a mummified angel in the middle of the casino.
A small scene!
A small scene.
It could have been worse. It could have been
definitely
better.
have been worse.
Give me a second.
Okay.
But yeah, so Jack, in the collection, Jack has her hair out, has her sort of scaly Gorgon-esque sort of form. But when we travel to other places, she may glamour to look more ordinary to fit in. She's not a mage. She knows magic, but it's not her expertise. What else? She sees truths. Oh, she can petrify things with her eyes, but that's why she wears 3 pairs of glasses. Is that acts as a sort of effective barrier. And she does have a personal robotic bodyguard that is not at her side at all times, but sort of can pop in and out of the scene as needed. This
Works.
is the local adaptive neutralization and countermeasure entity, or Lance. And when she calls for him, he'll basically just pop out of wherever, black bag someone, and drag them into another room.
Nice.
He basically exists as a non-lethal subdual, because Jack is also not big or buff. She kind of has a toothpick build. So Lance is sort of the like, okay, I need a muscle and or someone black bagged right now. It comes up in the financial sector more than you'd think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, it comes up about as much as we'd think, I feel.
Yeah, that's
quite frequently.
Quickly enough. Yeah, Jack can be sort of intense, but is mostly just still a little bit fish out of water for a lot of this stuff. So reacts to, at this point, she's kind of gotten used to some of the team's eccentricities, but there's still a strong sensation of,
Yeah.
Stupid,
Excellent.
sexy
She's more than a little bit
necromancers.
hysteric.
Speaking of stupid, sexy necromancers.
Oh yeah.
So, God, it's been a while since I've had a chance to describe Yersinia and Mithraia. So, what you're looking at there is basically just getting started with Yersinia. She's tall. She's like very tall, about 6 foot. But at least in her current setup, she's moderately kind of toothpicky. She's not very like bulky or muscular in any way. She's wearing a thick nun's habit. And like she's got skull earrings, bone, like, you know, like little silver bones, rings that are probably made out of human bone, which she's wearing over her gloves because she's extra like that.
Hell yeah.
She looks like she's probably slept sometime in the last month, but it's definitely not been recent.
Yeah.
And her facial expression is stuck somewhere between smug bitch and angry bitch.
I can only
A fine
picture
middle ground.
the main the subject of that Gentleman Jack show you keep showing scenes from.
Yes.
To describe. It's
Yeah,
just
no,
her. Like, that's all I
basically,
picture.
it's just her. Oh, speaking of hair, because she does not have Gentleman Jack's ridiculous, like, sausages stapled to the forehead look.
Ah, good.
Yersinia has about, like, jaw length. It's gray hair, but it's sort of a dark-ish gray.
Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper.
Or is it more unnatural?
It's a more solid color. It seems to be, while again she's definitely in the process of going gray, it's a more, for her people, it's a more cohesive thing. You don't get like some hair that goes now and some that goes later. It all
color
kind
just
of
gradually
moves.
fades
Yeah.
all at once.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
Similarly, she has sort of pale greenish yellow eyes. And again, her facial expression is just an experience. Also, don't get too close to her breath right now because she's been eating liver and onion sandwiches.
There they are, her and her sandwiches. Yeah, you always forget to mention that her most lethal weapon is, in fact, her breath.
Her breath, yes, pretty much.
Which, for a necromancer of her power, is fucking saying something.
Yes.
I do think I mean Ann Lister, Minerva, yes.
Yes, that is, there's definitely... Yersinia, for anyone who wants like an idea of where Yersinia came from as a character, I essentially took Emmett Selk and Lister and Harrowhark Nonagesimus and stuffed them in a blender together.
It's great.
And this is what came out. But speaking of which, the
her other half.
Yeah, her literal other half sitting across from her is again taller than Yersinia, so probably we're thinking like 6.5 feet. Tall, very buff. Well, anyway, she's tall, she's butch, she's sort of pale blonde, and she's very, very into her protein shake right now. And this is, of course,
Girl Chad.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. This is Mithraia. This is Yersinia's literal other half, and at some point you will find out, well, Yersinia and Mithraia will demonstrate what they can do with one another eventually. And no, that's not a sex thing, believe it or not.
Not for
Not
that.
this time, at least.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
this time
not
anyway.
in this particular set of circumstances. For additional context, Mithraea is very obviously wearing the same, like, habit and robes that Yersidia is, except, yes, again, they are completely undone down the front, and she is wearing, like, incredibly ratty sweatpants. Like, she should not have been able to get them that ratty, like,
That
this
quickly.
fast.
Yup.
And yet there's something about, like, the gym rat energy that floats around her that just causes holes to appear in them.
Yes.
And, like, she's definitely wearing a just like, you know, a tank top, a black tank top. There's a sports bra hanging out under that. And notably, if you get close enough to Yersinia and you don't get in the way of her breath, she smells like basically she smells like a church. If you get too close to Mithraea, she smells like a bottle of Axe spray.
Yup.
Which anyone else would smell horrible, but there's something about it that works with her body chemistry. And, like, it makes it kind of hot, and then it will annoy you for making...
It's just annoying
Yeah.
for how hot it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
I just cackle and say, I can't smell.
Meanwhile, oh god,
that's them.
It's so good.
I can't smell.
I can't smell. Pardon.
All right.
Partner.
Whacking you.
Yeehaw!
Now
That'll just be
let's
random
hear about
unprompted
Dreadfussy.
yaws.
Oh, yeah. We can't forget the most important person.
Of course, the moral fiber of our team, truly.
Teal.
That's terrifying.
It is a
Yup.
little bit.
Yep.
So, Dreadfussy is just a D&D character I made.
Sure
Dreadfussy
is.
is our only moral fiber. Meanwhile, Jack is our only brain cell.
Yeah, pretty
yeah,
much.
that works.
I hope to bring a bit of both.
Good luck. You'll need it.
I was going to say, Dax, you can bring the common sense.
Yeah. That's the plan.
Dreadfussy
Okay.
calls
Go.
herself a tiefling, which, for those who don't use the weird D&D terminology they've used to probably avoid some sort of lawsuit, she's basically half demon. Basically, she has bright red skin. Her eyes are bright, like just solid gold. She has a big old demon tail and horns. And
Hot.
that would be weird enough if she wasn't also a mad scientist.
Would be hot if she wasn't
Hell yeah.
literally stuffed to the gills with cheese, perhaps.
Yeah, right now she has the cheese sweats.
Literally cannot
Oh,
move from
But,
the
yeah.
amount of cheese she has
So this is a-
consumed.
Just
Right
bloated
when-
and sad.
She looks like a demon.
Yep.
She's wearing goggles and a lab coat at all times.
Excellent.
I think it's one of those
And
cool
she's
lab
pulling-
coats too.
Yeah, she thinks it's a cool lab coat. Whether it is or not is up to you.
I wear a poncho and
Yeah.
a cowboy hat, so what I think is cool isn't really applicable.
Nonsense.
Hats.
Also, but to be
hair is
fair,
just-
one of those hats is the nicest hat in the universe.
That's
Literally.
true. I paid
Yeah.
a fucking fat pile
It's
of
a
money.
really
for
good
it.
hat.
Mhm. You won it at an auction and everything. It is the nicest hat in the universe.
Excellent. Which universe, though?
Name one.
Exactly. Pick one.
It's think of a
Craig.
universe. Probably that one.
Craig.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's the nicest hat in all of Craig.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Fucking prove
That
me
is,
wrong.
by the way, that was just a reference specifically for Nick.
Yup.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Dreadfussy always
Oh,
looks like her hair's exploded. This
Yes.
is my favorite detail.
It's like
She-
blasted back.
She is. I'm trying
Fork
to
in an electrical socket.
always. She
Always.
wakes up that way. She goes to bed that way. Once she's showered,
Powerful.
she goes and blows, and then it goes again somehow.
Yes.
It just happens. No, it defies all laws of physics.
Good.
Much like most of her powers.
I was about to say, is Mithraea now part of the Nebulous Collection as the archetypal gym rat?
Well, she sure is something.
Yup.
While we were studying common sense, she studied the weight bench.
Mhm,
It
mhm.
was good.
Check that.
Oh, Gideon.
Yeah. Obviously, basically for Mithraea, anyone who wants to know, is Mithraea is just Gideon Nav stuffed in a blender with Grace from Terminator Salvation.
Yeah. It's great.
I have
Hell
a
yeah.
weakness. I have a real weakness.
You have
Oh,
a
boy.
type.
I do.
Where is the thingy? I want to find the thingy.
I want to be them and I want to fuck them.
Yeah, that's valid.
Fair.
Where did I put it? Oh, I'll find it. Carry on, though. Dreadfuss.
Oh yeah, no, I'm literally going into my cat sheet to remember what she actually bloody wears. I've remembered that she's lost multiple teeth.
She
Of these
has.
She's got at least 2 missing, incredibly sharp teeth, and she does appear to be wearing at least 2 dragon teeth on a necklace at this point.
Nice. Are they hers? Like,
They're
are those
not
the
her
teeth
teeth.
that fell out?
They are teeth from the dragons. 2 separate dragons. They are noticeably
I
too
remember being
big to
told
fit in
about
her
this.
mouth.
Not with that attitude.
But you're not seeing her best because she is currently
Comatose.
very full of cheese.
Very
Just
full of
so much cheese. I'm just, yeah. Also, despite all the things I've listed, she's canonically very attractive somehow. I'm not sure how this happens.
I mean, you say somehow, but you've just described a hot demon.
Yeah, no, like, she's attractive, if really weird.
Oh,
Weird is
definitely.
Weird is
Mhm.
hot.
She.
Just
Oh
the
god,
Benedict
you've all been
If our
around
group
Dev
proves
Safe long enough
anything,
It's
to
true.
notice that I don't think I'm trying to know. It was enough. I'm transferring a trait from another character. She tends to open doors with magic rather than just opening them.
Yeah.
of course
door
she
open.
fucking
Of course
does.
she does.
Just, I had another character who literally didn't realize she could open doors other ways, but
I like the way a friend of
that
mine
wasn't dreadful
handled.
to say.
I do like the way a friend of mine handled their character doing that. Like, they had telekinesis and they quickly became the laziest piece of shit ever. Like, they did not get up, they would just conjure things over to themselves. It was great.
This reminds me, if you ever heard the story of like the guy who made an entire like naval ship move a couple degrees to get the sun out of his face.
Good.
I'll find that later and I'll send it to you.
Goals.
There's a whole community for monster fucking. There sure is, Minerva.
Yes.
Oh
There
boy.
sure
Most of them are in
is.
the
I'm a
goal.
card-carrying member.
Same.
Like, this is the monster fucker community.
Yeah, pretty much. It's what we're here for. It's what we're about. All right. So, right. So yeah, like breakfast wraps up. Nibirius and Havelock are like unbearably cute to each other for a while, and breakfast wraps up. And that's that. So, Havelock's like, well, all right, you're new. Jack is still getting her feet under her. And Dreadfuss could always learn some new things. So,
I thought she said Dreadfuss can learn to eat. I think she's proven that
oh
is
no,
already in her skill set.
Dreadfuss can eat. Dreadfuss needs to learn to stop eating.
Oh,
Whenever
weren't we
I want
supposed
to
to
take a
teach
drink, I eat
Dreadfuss
a
what a
cheese
doctor
stick.
is?
Yeah, that's not good, Dreadfuss.
Oh
What's-
no, don't worry about that. I went on the computer or one of the computers,
Oh boy.
and I found this thing called a website where you could buy a doctorate. So I did.
Every word out of your mouth fucking hurts, Jack.
Yes.
I'm just like,
Found this
I'm
thing
just, like,
called a
suspiciously
website.
squinting.
Yersinia, who is weirdly familiar with our world in this time period, mostly because she likes our music, is like, oh god, she went to the University of Phoenix.
I'm just like squinting at
Fuck. Yeah. Squinting
I'm
at.
squinting at Dreadfuss as she talks.
That's a pretty valid reaction, I
That's
would
fair.
say.
I'm a doctor of. She looks at her hand. Oh, the writing's got smudged. Something.
Yersinia grabs Dreadfuss's
Okay,
hand to like try to read it,
Completely
I
incomprehensible.
am
There's so much cheese for that.
doctor
Oh god!
of is spelled UV.
Of his spelled UV, yes!
She
city's
can
like
write surprisingly well. She just didn't cope with this one.
Doctor.
Good to know,
of-
Minerva.
What's ridiculous? What can I stare at the bookshelf, Yeen, and come up with something stupid?
Yes.
You're a doctor of
Fursuiting.
discography?
Discography? Havelock
Nice.
just
Wait.
looks...
Is that homeopathy? What is this?
Oh no! Homeopathy! Fuck!
I was thinking like something really ridiculous, like parapsychology or something.
I mean,
But
that
I
too.
can't
No!
think of-
That's a degree... Like, there's a... Like,
No,
things
no.
you can actually study, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, no, you can study.
Cryptidology.
Talk to Eudora and become a doctor of thrown objects.
It's true.
That's what her doctorate's in.
Mhm.
Whack battery.
Assault and whack battery.
That's their combined field of
Yup.
impact mechanics of and combinatorics and thrown objects.
Mhm.
That's just whack battery.
It is.
We will need to introduce Ether to the whack bats at some point.
Oh, we shall.
Oh God.
I'm so excited for Ether to meet the whack bats. The whack bats are lovely. All right. So, yeah, breakfast wraps up, and Nibirius and Havelock manage to wrestle the endless bag of mozzarella sticks away from Dreadfuss. To be fair,
No,
it doesn't take much.
No, I need them.
I know, Nibirius is just gently but firmly holding her arms at her sides as Havelock just takes the mozzarella sticks away.
I need them.
No, Dreadfuss, you don't need them right now. You can have
Mithra
them
kind of-
later.
I need one now.
No, you
Mithra is
don't.
Like,
When-
here, I can hold the
when-
bowl. I can totally hold beer. Like, no, you don't.
Whenever.
As Havelock is like, no, you don't need them, and then begins idly eating them.
Your city's like, am I the only person immune to these fucking things? Grabs them away.
You know that thing? You know that face portrait that Merc made? It's that!
Yes.
It's that! That one
Yes.
right there! Yes! How could you?
Exactly. Yeah, no. So, your city now has the bowl,
Oh.
and she's like, and for that matter, just to make sure that you don't get any ideas, she, and this is the first time that Ether has gotten to see this, she steals the body from Mithraia.
Oh no!
So, this is what...
Yes! Yup!
For context, Yersinia and Mithraia share one body distributed into two spaces.
You're watching this happen and it's upsetting to see.
Yes.
I'm just watching everything that's happening, realizing that this is some kind of cursed object, and gradually coming to the conclusion that I either don't need to eat or just don't need to eat now. I just stand up, snatch it out of whoever's holding its hand, and just pitch it across the room.
No!
There!
Now, in fairness, that bowl is not of the collection. That is
Yeah.
That is not the collection's dark magic at work. That is slightly nicer than usual TGI Fridays.
It's true.
Yes.
Ever so slightly.
Just a little
No.
bit.
I mean, it's
Notably, for the
considerably
record-
nicer now. It has a mummified angel.
Yeah.
Notably, for the record, Yersinia was not actually going to eat the cheese sticks. She
Oh, yeah.
stole. So again,
No, she
Right
stole
now-
Mithraia's body.
so what this ends
This,
up looking
right?
like, Ether, for context, is that when Mithraia has the whole, when Mithraia has the whole body, Yersinia is a ghost, and Mithraia is just even more bulked than she usually is.
She starts to look like a
Yersinia
JoJo character. That is
Yeah,
the level of
when
bulk we're talking.
Yersinia steals the body,
Oh, God.
Yersinia develops curves where she doesn't normally have any,
Mm-hmm.
and Mithraya goes back to her more typical form of being just a very glam human skeleton.
The fanciest skeleton. Oh, right! You forgot to mention the other thing. Mithraya and Yersinia each have a normal human eye and like a very polished
yeah, I
obsidian gem in the other socket each.
Yeah, they mirror each other. So like if they're looking at each other, the black eyes are on one side and the normal eyes are on the other.
Yep.
You know how that happened? It's a long story. We'd have to go and talk to Death again.
We'd have to go and talk to Death again.
Somehow I don't think they'd be a great conversational partner.
Probably not. Yeah, I don't think they'd have a good sense of humor about it the second time around.
No.
Oh, right. But yeah, so Mithraya now looks like an incredibly gilded human skeleton. Like, there's fancy, extremely fancy, like, scrollwork metal wrapped around the bones and engraved with, like, these extremely intricate small runes. It's a little vampiric looking. There's a reason for that. Don't worry about it.
If you look at Nebulous' weapons, there's a very similar stylization.
Yeah, it's all, you can tell it's from the same maker, basically. Ooh, and the actual bone that's still visible looks like mother of pearl. It is polished and opalescent. Like,
if you ask Mithraya about that, she's like, oh yeah, that's the time I got vored.
It is the time she got vored.
Interesting.
Boring.
I continue to regret the fact I know what 4 is.
Is that because of that website you discovered, perchance?
No, I knew that for a while.
Oh God, did
but
somebody
the
teach
Shoggoths
Dreadful
are
say how to Google?
Oh, but the Shoggoths can be so much fun.
Havelock, why? Why do you share these things?
Because I like to share the things I enjoy. Havelock says with, like, the most innocent and genuine, like, face you've ever seen.
Like herpes.
Oh!
Now Havelock just looks wounded. No! I got that treated, thank you.
Interdimensional space herpes.
As I'm watching all of this go down, I just, like, after having checked what's in some of the pouches in my rig, I just take out, like, a cigarette case that is just full of, like, wrapping paper and the things required to make cigarettes. And, like, there are a couple of cigs in there. I just take one out, put it in my mouth, and then, just out of muscle memory, I hold up like one thumb and there's like a small wheel on the back of the knuckle.
Oh my God! Of course, this is
yes.
It's the best possible cybernetic augment.
World's best robot cowboy.
And then I light it up with my lighter thumb.
Fuck yeah! Havelock's like, oh. Smokes from other dimensions. Well. As Havelock, like, is like, you know, that is a good way to end this. And just pulls out this gilded cigar case, opens it, takes one out, like, idly just grabs, like, this weird-looking glove thing that specifically has sharpened edges between two fingers and clips the cigar with it.
Fantastic.
Before
if
just
you
using
snap
magic to
your fingers
light
and
it.
Strikes. I'm going to throw you out of here, Roy Mustang. I swear to fucking God.
I was gonna say Havelock just uses magic to light it, but now he snaps his fingers wearing the glove and uses magic to light it.
Oh my God.
Yes. Havelock's like, I have a cigar glove. And begins puffing on a cigar.
You're hearing fireworks? People are fireworking.
Vaguely, but I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, that's
started.
or that.
Yeah. Every year.
How rude of them to start without you.
I know, right?
Yeah, I've got enough and everything. Just give me time. I could get out the bag. You know?
All right. So, but yeah, so Havelock's like, well, let's take a tour of the important places in the collection, the ones you'll probably come back to a lot.
All right.
And Yeah, Havelock's like, Nebby, you don't have to tag along if you don't want to. I know this stuff is all rather, well, can get a bit boring. And Nebulous is like, meh. It's like, it's not workout time yet.
Wait. I've been here for years. And
Probably.
I've never done orientation.
You missed orientation day!
Yeah, no.
It's like, oh god, are
It
you
is
going to
off.
make us actually do this?
What? I'm not gonna make us play ridiculous games or anything.
Haze the robot.
What do you think this is? Some kind of nonsense? I'm not gonna sit here and make us play 2 truths and a lie.
Not even our
That'd be a
truths
very
or
boring
lies.
game for Ether.
Yup.
I don't know who I am, I don't know who I am, and I don't know who I am. Also, my
I don't
thumb
do
lights up.
fucking trust falls.
None
Oh
of
god,
that
imagine
team
trust falls with Jack. She's just falling back, it's just a massive corn snakes right in the face.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's like you try to catch. Yeah, if you don't catch Jack, you're a dick. But if you do catch Jack, you're getting a face full of corn snake.
She would just have Lance do it. Just like that's the
Yeah.
only one I trust.
Fair.
I like you just fine, but we're not there yet.
Yep.
Yersinia and
maybe
Mithraia tried trust falls once. Yersinia stole the body, and Mithraia just fell over in a big heap of bones.
Oh.
And then the yelling started.
And
yes.
then the yelling started. Again.
Yersinia gave the body back very quickly and became a ghost. Bye!
Yeah, bye! You just see this buff as fuck JoJo's character chasing a ghost in her blind rage.
And the ghost is just floating around like, I regret nothing!
Perfect.
Excellent.
All right.
Fighter trying to level up.
Yup. So yeah, let's have looks like I suppose we should start with the library. It's where I spend a lot of my time.
I like books.
Ah, lovely. You'll do
Please-
well
No,
there.
that was a reference. Please tell me if somebody got that.
Oh, I get the reference. But also, you'll do well here. Because I too like books.
Yes, he likes them so much, one's staple to him.
I wasn't allowed in here until they
Oh,
trusted
yeah.
me not to set them on fire.
I forgot. That's the one thing about
Yes,
Havelock.
yes.
No matter what they're wearing, there is this like elaborate looking, like occult, like covered in runes on all bits chain just around Havelock's waist, and chains around this book that are clearly holding it closed. It just sits at his waist. It's like a gunslinger's belt, except for a book.
Hell yeah.
Like in the picture. It's that. It's extremely
Don't look
fancy
at the book
golden
too hard.
chain. Yeah, no, don't look too hard at it.
Actually, that's in character. Don't look at the book too hard. It does.
Yeah,
Doesn't
actually,
appreciate being stared at.
It does not.
Do you have a brain? It doesn't matter if you have a brain.
when Jack
It
looks
does
at the
not
book
matter.
to try to determine its truth,
Oh god!
it's basically a
Oh no.
like if you try to do like a slideshow but display every slide at once in a rapid flickering order, like it's the sort of thing that would give you a seizure.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Most
Yeah, and then
things
the
are
book
just
tries to
static
read her
configuration of,
Yeah, I
of
know.
symbols, and then the book is just this.
Yup. Havelock is yeah, Havelock is like, fair warning, books like mine will read you back. Do take care. Have a care.
Yeah, it gives her a headache if she looks at it for too long.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck! I have to turn the lights on. That's why I can't see anything.
That'd do it.
Yeah, it turns out it gets dark at 5 o'clock.
Me.
It really
Bullshit.
fucking does.
Okay,
All right.
continue.
Oh, no
so
arguments here.
orientation fucking day.
Yes, it is. Havelock,
Yersinia looks like she's in the foulest mood on God's earth at the very concept of an orientation.
oh,
Doesn't matter
relax.
whether it's. It doesn't matter whether it's an orientation in terms of like learning where you are or a sexual orientation. They all offend her.
All orientations offend her sensibilities. Excellent. I love this game so fucking much. All right.
This
So
game was. We decided we wanted to just play the most outre versions of ourselves. Let's
Yeah,
go.
it was really great, and I'm glad we did, because this is wonderful. So, I still remember poor Sedge's orientation day.
We don't speak of Sedge. Sedge is better. Long story, don't ask.
Yeah, it's a long story. We'll get there.
What?
I
Aside
just
from-
imagining that exchange was in character.
Yeah, possibly.
Was Sedge and Carl the same person, or was that separate?
No.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Good, yes, good. Yeah. That makes me worry a lot less about it. Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Oh, good. Then
fine.
it's working properly. And Havelock just begins. Havelock, like, fetches a fun new thing they've gotten their mitts on to go with the outfit. They have a fancy walking stick that was leaning against the table, and they pick it up, and they're off.
Havelock, you extra bitch.
You know it.
I just sigh and follow behind the group so I can keep an eye on everyone.
You catch a brief flash of something as Havelock gets up, their coats sweeping dramatically as they do.
Extra
You do
bitch.
see that they have a shoulder rig holstering what might be the fanciest pistol you've ever seen. And the markings on it look alarmingly similar to the markings on Havelock. But they just
The
get up.
markings may even move.
The markings may even move a bit, as do the markings on Havelock. And yeah, so they get up and are just like, this a ways, everyone. And like, several people who are like maybe sort of near the path that the group is taking, like, get up in a panic as the group starts moving.
Splash zone! Splash zone! They're coming!
Yeah.
I
Havelock's-
apologize about the butterflies. Get over yourselves.
Some people
you
just
see
have
somebody,
terrible humor about things. I tell you.
You see somebody go, Team Redacted is on the move!
Containment breach.
Containment breach.
Oh
You
my
folks seem
god.
to have quite the reputation, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
We're one
Something
of the
like
few
that.
groups that comes back in one piece. That's a reputation.
Consistently.
It
at
certainly
that.
is. Mm-hmm.
You accidentally turn someone blue like 3 times, and they never let it go.
Hard. All you have to do is drink colloidal silver. You will be blue as a blue man.
That's a true thing you just said.
That is a true thing I just said.
Nice.
Yup.
Roll my eyes and go, that may only 3 times, huh?
In fairness, that is the dumbest color to turn someone.
It's
so I
fair.
think that
Yeah.
resentment's a little higher there than if they were, say, red or green.
Yeah. Ooh, or
Turn them both
purple.
red and green and then get them mistaken for a candy cane.
Oh dear.
Or turn them yellow and get them treated for jaundice.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey,
Or-
FYI, your liver is fucked.
Or some snipers just throwing Girardi at them.
Oh no.
They're taking mini crits across the board.
Girardi!
I hate
Oh my
that.
God.
Ew.
I do like there's a grenade in Borderlands 3 for that. It's piss! Anyway. Um,
We are very mature and talented RPG players. I
oh,
promise.
definitely. The most, even. So,
I think sometimes we're too good.
yeah, we might be.
It's almost like this is just who we are.
Yeah.
But with accents.
Critical Role wishes they were this good.
Oh,
So-
I've got a headache from laughing too much this week.
Yes! Mission
New Year's.
accomplished. Happy New
Oh.
Year, motherfuckers. All right.
Fuck off 2020. We're having fun.
Exactly. Can't think of a better way to end this shit wreck of a year.
Well,
so-
here's the thing. May I just say that, for the record, if it hadn't been for this shit wreck of a year, I don't know that I'd have gotten to meet any of you. So
That's true.
at
Like,
least there is that.
fair
I
is
can
fair.
thank 2020 for that.
It's true. 2020
I
is
don't
the
know if
reason
we
I started a
would've-
Twitch channel.
2020 is probably the reason we left home.
Hell yeah.
Well, partly just because 2020 is when we turned 18 and
That
were
too.
able to leave home.
Yeah.
Mm. To be fair.
Yeah. But
To be
still,
fair.
you know, it hasn't been all bad
We're
all the
playing
way
the
through.
tabletop game.
Yeah, just most of the way.
Just most of it.
Mm-hmm.
But there
Yeah.
have been good people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The left grows ever stronger. Anyway.
And I got this Clara bobblehead that the audience can't see.
Sure do.
God, it's so upsetting.
Well, it is now.
More so now, yeah. But just passively,
God,
it's
can
very
I actually?
upsetting.
Can I actually? I might be able to link a picture.
Oh, God.
Of course.
So,
So,
library. Now, there's a
Oh, the ones
library.
they've got on the internet look better. Fucking liars.
There's a library attached to an archive section. Avoid the archive section.
somewhere in the back, you can hear Jonathan Sims yelling loudly at a
Yep,
tape player.
you can. You also see, oh yeah, you also see, like, outside the sign on it, just head archivist Gertrude Robinson. You walk into the, you walk into the,
Why should I avoid the archive?
it's full of the most cursed objects, generally
It might
speaking.
eat you. It might eat you.
It might eat you, also that. Oh, yes, and, do avoid
Noted.
do avoid the restricted section of the book. Do avoid the restricted section of the library without some more esoteric supervision. Book liches are a nightmare.
That
Yeah.
one has zombies.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to avoid the. And if anyone comes out of the archives and claims to be somebody called the Stranger, get the fuck away from them. They're a problem.
Oh, yes.
Especially given how you look, Ether. They'd be interested.
It's true. You may see faces of people you know. Avoid them.
Yeah, about that.
All right! One less worry for you. Lucky you. All right.
They know
Onward.
them, but don't know they know them.
Possible. Perhaps more danger for you. Well, either way. Onward.
If some stranger claims they know me, I'll probably shoot them.
Well, I mean, that's a way
Your
to say
city
hello,
looks at
I
Dreadfest
suppose.
say, don't you fucking even do it.
I wasn't going to. I was.
Your city is just like, it's like, I know how your brain works at this point.
Should clarify, I only plan on shooting people that claim to know me here. That's not a general rule of thumb I go by.
Oh, good.
I was going to ask. Yes, thank you.
Nothing wrong with the occasional Pandoran handshake, but you must take care.
Pandoran handshake.
So.
Oh my god, there totally is a door that opens into fucking Pandora in this place.
Oh, you know there is.
It's
Occasionally it spits out
cell-shaded
guns.
door.
Yeah, it's cell shaded. Occasionally really elaborate guns get spat out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's an entire Pandora wing where there's just like a psycho,
Yes!
like, in a case, taxidermied.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Majima's bat is in here somewhere. We've
Oh
decided.
yeah, no, that's that, yeah.
That's in there somewhere.
We we call this our Majima stick.
It's very lovely.
It's colorful.
It's
And
excellent.
we keep it next to our bed.
Good. I approve.
I still need to buy that baseball bat that Minerva linked me.
Mm.
It should have like
This is my hello
charity
wedge.
shops.
For those not able to see the video of Nick, that was fucking terrifying.
It's a big
Um,
sword.
It's just a Chincadia. Settle down. Anyway.
It's so wide.
Yeah, that's the
Nick,
point. It's a
fucking
Chincadia.
pizza slice that you can kill somebody with.
Anyway.
Romans did not fuck around.
No, they did not. No, they did not. Neither did Italian nobles during the Renaissance.
And now we just named shoes after them.
Yeah, true. Oh, Caligula.
The
What a
legacy
weird
those
little
bastards
lad.
deserve.
So, what am I doing? Right.
Orientation.
Orientation. Yes.
In the
So,
library.
The library. The
Been
library
told
is
to be careful.
Yeah, the library is gorgeous, to be fair. Like, picture some of your favorite libraries in the world, like the really weird, cool ones. And it's a lot of that, all just kind of in areas. It's
For
beautiful.
me, it's always
Nice.
just going to be the Dublin Library. That's the one you have pictures of. Where I've
Yeah.
actually been, it is that cool.
Ooh,
It is
that's
actually
We've
that
been
cool.
to the Dublin
Awesome.
Library as well.
I would
Oh,
love to
it's
visit that.
just...
Been to Ireland once. It was pretty all right. The food was amazing.
Oh, yeah. I ate
Oh, the food was.
bacon.
We ate
Oh my God.
so much when we went to Ireland.
The
Like, that was the only
bacon,
thing
the
we fucking
butter.
cared about.
I realise I've been to Wales, but I'm not sure I've been to Scotland or Ireland. And they're like near us, so
Yeah, I was going to
What?
say,
Do
you
that,
can,
seriously. It's like a
like, we can
jaunt down the
literally
road
drive
for
into
you.
Wales.
Yeah.
In fact, we did because the Doctor Who experience was closing down. We were like, "Fuck it, Wales time."
Time to go to Wales.
Time
Yeah.
for Wales.
All right,
That's what my
so-
family's like.
save the whales, collect the
Excellent.
whole set.
All right. But yeah, so library is just excellent. Like, it's beautiful. Who was the librarian at that? Fuck it. The librarian is Gertrude. Gertrude Robinson is the head librarian. So there's this woman sitting at the desk who looks about 100 and may in fact be more cardigan than woman.
Also, be
Mood.
careful, she's armed.
Oh, always. Oh
Keep the
god, no.
cardigan for this
Is
I'm
guy.
not-
anyone here not armed?
No.
Jack doesn't really carry weapons.
Okay, maybe Jack.
Do-
Does Lance count as a weapon, though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So even though Lance is a robot, Lance is not actually like intelligent, sapient, autonomous. Like
Mhm.
he was bought off the shelf.
Yeah, no, Lance is
So-
Lance is for all intents and purposes a servitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which also makes Ether an interesting contrast to Lance in Jack's
Yes.
eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you're similar, but also very, very different.
Mm-hmm.
I have
But
a
Meanwhile,
Lance
of course,
literally
sensing a
doesn't have a
chance for a
robot.
pun, Mithraea pops both of her skeleton arms out, and she's like, "Now I am disarmed."
I didn't. I was asking that out of character, but this works.
I love this. Havelock is just like Mithraea. I love you. Never change.
Mithraea pops one arm back in and just offers the other one. Can I give you a hand?
Seriously though, does a
I'll
big stick
pass.
count as a weapon if you can fire magic out of it?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I would say
we've
Just
discussed
clear.
this before.
We have talked about this.
I just like if we're discussing our weapons, I just like I reach behind my back and draw the fucking engraved lever shoddy.
Ooh, fancy.
And of course it has a bell lever.
Of course it
um,
does. Of course it does.
And just out of reflex spin racket and
Yep.
like an unfired shell drops to the floor and I quickly pick it up before starting to examine the weapon.
Yep.
Like it's been beaten up but well taken care of. It's it's has a sawn off stock and a shortened barrel with a compensator. But isn't too heavily modified.
Ooh, that should come in handy.
Mm.
Oh, when did I last use a shotgun? It was in Innistrad! Nebby, that's where I met you!
I'm still not sure what guns are, but they're very cool.
And
Yes,
very
and
fun.
from what I understand,
just-
they are sticks that go boom.
Essentially.
Yeah,
I just-
That's
generally.
essentially.
I just like top up the in order to top up the magazine, I have to like open the breech again, but I catch the shell as it comes out and then load it back in.
Oh, you don't have one of those, like, side-loading ones?
Nah, it's a
Ah.
shotgun, not a rifle.
That makes sense, I suppose.
So the breech is in the back rather than the side.
Yeah, that's true.
You're serious,
Then
watching this all. You're very good with those, aren't you?
It appears that way, yes.
Here's hoping. That'll be a useful skill where we go.
Yeah, no,
Probably.
we really
Back-
haven't
back to the
had.
scabbard. That I
We
draw the pistol and like
Ooh.
like, take out the magazine, put it back in, and like check to like inspect the chamber. then like then I noticed something and then quickly flip on the safety. Like, my bad.
Fancy.
And then
I've
I
got
just
one of
idly
those.
start and I idly start fucking twirling it just
Yeah.
as a fidget.
Havelock takes out their like extremely fancy revolver and is just like, I've got one of those.
Ooh.
I
Because
found
mine's
it.
Because mine's a double action rather than a revolver.
Mm-hmm. Havelock's is what appears to be a double action revolver, but like
Nice.
is just like
You could still fan the hammer on a double action revolver.
could absolutely fan the hammer. Not that Havelock does. That's not what they do.
The
No,
rest of the
Havelock
group is just standing
I mean,
around
they're good.
watching the gun nerds do what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Mithraea and Nibirius start just flexing at each other because they're out of
Yes.
it.
Yup, they do.
Well, I reholster the pistol and because Ether's left-handed, as I wasn't sure how to more organically introduce that. Fuck it. But like all their equipment rig and firearms are all lefty.
Yeah. Good. Havelock's not the only left-handed person anymore. Yay.
And I just look at Havelock's gun and just like, can I see that?
Sure. And he just hands you the gun, like grip first.
Uh-huh. I take it and I
You
take it
start
carefully
hearing
because
voices
I
immediately.
immediately hand it back.
There are voices in your mind.
I don't think it likes me.
No. They're not angry voices. They're not like shrieking at you or anything. They're just there.
Your piece here appears to be haunted.
It's haunted? Oh dear. That
Gun's haunted.
Havelock is now
Gun is
looking at the
fucking
gun more.
haunted.
Havelock's just looking at the gun more critically, like, that would explain a few things, and then
Your
just
city is
holsters it.
suddenly Your city is suddenly interested in a gun for the first time in her entire fucking life.
What? Guns haunted. Racking other gun. Guns haunted.
Guns. Oh my god.
But yeah, and then like Gertrude is just like sitting there with like a nonplussed look on her face, watching everyone just whip guns around in her library. Not saying anything, but just quietly assessing everyone. As she does. Between sips of tea.
We want to like sketch out a design for the shotgun because I don't just want it to have it be a Winchester 1887.
Mm-hmm. Oh, take your time with it. Have fun.
I want it to be like more modernized.
That stupid fucking belt-fed
I'll
bullpup.
find it.
I hate that thing. I hate it so much.
Actually, no. I thought you were going to mention something else that I'm going to find and send.
Oh God.
Speaking of cowboy guns,
Hell yeah.
don't spoil it.
I won't. Anyway,
You
Yeah,
yeet
that
your
looks like
last talk.
the library. Oh God, is it that one?
Ether is going to say that before killing somebody at some point.
Oh,
yeah.
of course. That must happen.
Good. Oh
It
my
is
God,
known.
it's that gun. Fuck. Oh God, I'm so excited to see
Don't
the image of
listen.
I'm not. I won't. Anyway,
I'm
moving
excited to
on.
hear everyone's reactions.
Moving
Found it.
right along.
I will take a look. I'm almost done with this fucking earring.
Take your
Okay.
time.
In VC share.
Yes.
Oh no. Well, am I allowed to put this in the
Fucking
Twitch chat?
fine.
Because it's going in the Twitch chat.
So
Fucking
dumb.
fine.
It's so good.
Oh my god!
It's so good.
Oh my god. I love it. I hate
Yeah,
it.
it's so.
Oh my God.
It's so awful and it's so wonderful.
You thought the recoil on the normal gun was bad.
This is for people who don't like having arms.
A stockless grenade launcher. What could possibly go wrong? You don't need your wrists. Anyway.
Anyway,
Moving right along.
fuck. It hurts to laugh. Make it stop. It hurts to laugh.
No.
Okay, so
Embrace it.
I have.
I'm realizing how much crap I have in my room.
All right, so yeah, the library itself is just really gorgeous layout. It's sorted by like genres and blah blah. Like it's sorted like the way a library would be, except there is a collection specifically entitled Esoteric near the back, and that's where the books start getting interesting. That's where all of the books on the shelves, all of the shelves have like conductive metals along the frames that are like connected to very durable looking grounding wires and stuff. And
They're electrified.
no, the books just give off a lot of energy that needs to be grounded.
Oh.
No, yeah, this is where the books start getting interesting. And then there is a, like, what amounts to, like, a big, like, old-fashioned, like, jail wall. Like, I'm talking, like, dummy thick iron bars. Like, all of them covered in more runes and more, like, wards and glyphs.
And yes, the Jürgen Leitner collection.
Ah, yes. Now we're getting to the Jürgen Leitner shit. And there's just... Oh my god, yes! Literally, it is the restricted section, the Jürgen Leitner restricted collection.
Yes.
Yes!
God, this game is so indulgent.
Oh god, yes!
That's the fun.
Yeah, no, this, like...
Also, we changed our profile picture.
Excellent.
Oh no.
Yes! I endorse this. Yeah, no, like, this game is mindless self-indulgence, and that's fun.
Hell yeah.
Like, that's what we're here for.
Oh, wait till you get to the session I run. Oh, you fools. You
Oh, wait
shouldn't
till we
let
get
me.
till next week. Well, it's
so
going to be fun,
excited.
but it is going to be completely out of its fucking mind.
Good.
Oh.
Yep. We'll have a proper session soon, don't you worry.
Yes.
Next week will be
I'm
fun.
trying to work out which of the 3 things I'm wearing on my head is giving me a headache. Is it these garbage things? I think it's these garbage things, actually.
It might be the goggles, too.
Yeah, goggles are likely. For this at home, I took my rare opportunity to
You
dress
have
as Greg
now, like, wait, keep your goggles up on your hair with it fucking it up because it really nails the blown back hair mad scientist.
Yeah, no, it
like,
does.
the closer
actually,
to your goggles, the more frazzled your hair gets. And the
it's
closer to your headphones the goggles are.
Excellent.
Yeah, that actually instantly relieved pressure from my head. Fucking garbage these are. I removed the devil horns. Hopefully that makes me feel better. Sorry.
I hope so. Take Excedrin or something.
I wish I could show a picture to everyone at home, but I'm refused to be visible.
That's valid.
Valid.
You're valid. But yeah, all right. So yeah, there's the Jürgen Leitner restricted section, and like that one is like, home sweet home. My job before I was a proper collector here was what did the curator call it? Hazardous materials handling and disposal, I think. Either way. Yeah, I moved the books around because they couldn't infect my mind the way they do others. It was helpful.
I just growing more and more disconcerted by people's like nonchalant descriptions of these things.
Of like peers into the Jürgen Leitner section. We used to keep books like that like nailed to a wall.
Yeah, we've tried nailing them to walls. They come off. They definitely have a mind of their own. They heal any damage done to them. It's a real nightmare. We found that just chaining them up and leaving those chains attached to, again, things that ground their ability to do things tends to work best. Oh, don't look now, here's an unfortunate who snuck in! And, like, what was a person once that has been, like, had books fused to their body, it just starts throwing themselves against the bars.
At the grating.
Just at the grating, just throwing themselves, like, trying to reach through, like, at the group, and it's just like, what a poor unfortunate.
Like, Jesus.
And Havelock just takes out their gun and shoots them in the head. What a poor unfortunate.
I learned clockwork. I learned clockwork.
And then Havelock,
Yosini's like, I hate when they do that.
It is tedious. We keep telling people not to go in there, and they keep going in there. The body itself, upon, like, getting killed, immediately just kind of crumples into a pile of dust. And like,
And books.
and paper. And the books all land, like, apparently unharmed, apparently completely fine. And, Gertrude is already walking over with an irritated look on her face. And Havelock's like, found another book lich.
Ether doesn't flinch at the gunshot.
That's good. Havelock notices this, says nothing, but quietly takes note of this. And Gertrude's just like, another one then. Very well. And this is the point where you notice that Gertrude is, Gertrude, like, no longer has to pretend because she works here. And she has, like, this very long-looking pistol on her hip. It's like, it looks kind of like an old-school, like, pirate's flintlock. It's like a pirate's flintlock, but, like, longer, and with this, like, tank in the center of it. And she just walks it, she, like, takes out this heavy ring of keys, unlocks one of the doors. It, like, creaks open, and you just hear shrieking start, and she just takes out this pistol. And
Nick?
just, yes?
I was going to say, can we upgrade her gun real quick? There is such a thing as a scattergun, which is an old kind, at least the one I'm talking about.
Shotgun.
In a pepper box?
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Give it a minute.
I'm
This
thinking
gun is
pepper
not...
box, yeah.
Trust me, you'll love where I go
Wait,
with
okay,
this. I
okay.
promise
So-
you. Because
Wait,
this
so
is...
we can't hear what's happening. We can just hear it.
Yeah, no, you can see what's
Yeah.
happening. Like, she's standing in the doorway of it, going to go collect the books. That's her job. She has this
So there's just loads
long-handled
of
gun
other
out.
Book liches.
Yeah, so, like, a couple other booklet just start
Which are just,
shambling
like-
towards her, and she just
They're just
points the gun at
zombies?
one of them and just fires it. And, like, unlike a normal gun, which would just, like, fire as she holds the trigger down, and it's just a flamethrower. It is literally just a flamethrower.
A flintlock flamethrower.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
It's not actually flintlock, it just looks baroque. And she's just hosing down these things with fire.
If it ain't Baroque, don't
I'm
fix
just
it.
watching on like, fucking hell.
And Gertrude goes and collects up the books, which are all perfectly fine. All of the books are fine. Puts them back in their chains, puts them back on the shelves, and is like, thank you, Havelock. Have a nice day. And, like, closes and locks the gate behind her as she goes back to her desk. Like, utterly utterly unruffled by any of this.
Also, I should just say when you said that Havelock just fired a single shot with the massive fancy revolver, I'm just
Mhm.
hearing the firing sound for the alternate revolver from Ultra Kill.
Kind
Just that
of.
fucking thunderclap with the bell ringing.
Oh god, it's not that loud. Havelock's gun is big. It's a 45 Magnum, but it's like,
Do you mean 44?
I do. Oh. No, that would be dumb. It's not a 500. It's not a 500 Magnum. That would be so dumb.
It's not a fucking elephant gun pistol.
It's not an elephant gun pretending to be a pistol, no.
Yeah. That would
Not yet, it isn't.
Not yet,
Quantum
anyway.
mechanics,
the
right?
Desert Eagle rant will be for another day.
Alright, but
Fucking
yeah.
gun is absurd.
Yup. It's big and flashy, though. That's all that really matters. What was the,
It's a fucking AMR.
I know.
Anyway, moving
Right.
on.
So, after that, I was like, but yes, the library has a vast amount of useful resources. Just, check out books with Gertrude, and do not be late on returning them. Bad things happen to people who bring back overdue books. Do not be late.
All right.
I'd heard about the book glitches, but I hadn't expected them to be so booky. Gonna be honest.
Dreadful say, may I inquire as to what you expected the book liches to look like?
Lichia. She will give no additional explanation.
Okay. Sounds great. Lichier. So Havelock's like, well, yes, library. Vast amount of resources. If it exists. If it's a book, it's probably in here. We have at least a copy. We even have many of the originals. Havelock just idly snatches a book off of one of the shelves without looking at it. It's the original manuscript for the Anarchist's Cookbook. Oh,
Excellent.
excellent. What a fun read this one was, and just puts it back. So, let's move on to the portal room.
The what?
The Hall of Doors, my dear friend.
And the door room.
This one's fun. You'll love that.
Mithra, you could say you might even adore it.
Did you say that in character?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Either just sighs.
So, I'm glad their
There's
knee
gonna be
jerk.
a lot to get used to here, isn't there?
I'm glad their knee jerk reaction isn't as bad as mine, where it's just to cock their gun. Here's a
pull back
pun.
the hammer.
Cocks gun.
Mithraea just turns into a skeleton and runs away. You could never kill what was never living.
Nick, remember when our puns would created a fucking finger tick, or like your trigger finger would flinch?
I was used to putting you in pun jail.
You'd fire in killing floor every time we made a pun.
Listen.
Like during the trading wave, we just hear a shotgun blast after making a pun.
I'm not sorry. I'm not offering further explanations. That is all. Anyway, the door room. So you
Room for short.
are led down a you are led down a through a doorway and into what is essentially just a really long, like, you can't see the end of it. It seems to disappear beyond the horizon hallway. And standing within, like, reasonable walking distance, like, not too far from here, maybe 100 feet or so, is a desk, just in the middle of the hallway. And all of the doors are different. Some of them are just cracks in wall. They all have different frames. They're all different styles.
You can hear that from down the hallway.
Yup. And yeah, there's just all sorts of things. And sitting at the desk is this woman. Her feet are up on the desk. She's chomping on a cigar. She's reading a newspaper. And the sign that's hanging off of the front of her extremely cramped looking desk just says "out to lunch."
Similar vibes to the that thing in The Good Place with the guy that liked frogs.
Possibly.
That would
I've never
allow
seen The Good
people
Place.
into Earth. You would like it.
Please watch The Good Place.
I am just picturing Packard from Atlantis. That is it.
The exact image I have is from I'll find a little clip of it later. It's from Drifters. It's a really fun scene. I'm basically picturing God, but a woman in that series. Because I'm pretty sure God is just sitting at this desk smoking cigarettes and reading the news. That's what he does. It's great. As you do.
I'm just reminded of how in Saints Row Get Out of Hell, God was voiced by Nathan Fillion.
That's excellent.
Has anyone proven that Nathan Fillion isn't God? Has anyone ever seen them in the same room
Have
together?
they ever been in the same room before?
Oh, dear.
Anyway.
Moving right along. How many times have we said that thus far?
I know, right?
Many. Should start a counter and just have that be the only thing on stream besides the slideshow.
Yes. I will do that.
Yeah,
that actually sounds fun.
Yeah, that and a number of days since last incident.
Oh, actually,
And it will always be zero.
Oh, it will always be zero.
Mm-hmm. What is it? But yeah, so
0 days since last workplace accident.
Avlock's just like, "Hello, Agatha."
What do you want?
Yeah, Agatha's like, "I'm eating lunch." Continues to smoke cigar. Just wanted to show the new. Why am I talking? Well, I don't want to talk to myself. Other people talk.
Here, hang on. I can talk. I can be her.
Thank you. Oh, okay, yeah. Havelock's like, yeah, we're just showing the new people around.
And I care about that. Why?
Oh, just seemed like a nice thing to do. They're going to be
Nice
in this
is
room
not
a
part
lot,
of my
you know?
job description, honey.
Fair enough, fair enough. Oh, that charming demeanor of yours, Agatha.
It's like
Don't
the
sass me,
librarian.
boy. I'm.
It's like the librarian in Curse of the Druids or whatever.
Oh, God.
Oh, the Jews.
No.
The ACAB librarian.
The ACAB librarian
Only
is
good
excellent.
character in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm
Ooh.
basically
Or the
channeling
receptionist
just, like,
from Monsters, Inc.
I was actually thinking of the receptionist from Ghostbusters.
Yes!
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
Excellent. Yes. Oh my god, she can actually just be the Ghostbusters receptionist. I like that.
That would be what happened to that poor woman.
Yeah, it would. Now she's the receptionist of the doors. So many doors. The band is in here somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. There's a door to the doors.
Yup. Alright.
So.
Well, yeah, he's like, this is where we go to the places our assignments need us to be. Agatha,
Or
our
the doors
charming...
come to us.
Or the doors come to us and take us where we need to go.
What?
Oh, if you don't want to go through the door, it will find you. Don't you worry. You are going on your assignments, or else.
I've definitely been sucked off by a door before.
Everyone stops and turns and, like, Yersinia goes, that's called a glory hole.
That came out wrong.
Did it really, though?
It sucked me, and then I went in the door.
You're not helping. You're not helping yourself.
Just like
Yersinia's
hand
like,
up
somebody get Dreadfast.
to the face, just
Yeah.
So excellent. Been sucked off by a door. Havelock's like, Nebby, we need to find a door.
we need to find a door.
I don't have doors like that, and this is a clean establishment.
That's a real shame. But all right then. Thank you for your time, Agatha. I do hate to interrupt your lunch break. Agatha is
Understandable. Have a
always
nice day.
Agatha is literally always on lunch.
Yes.
I love that. Let's see. I'm trying to think of other places that may be important to you. I have a fun no. There's no such thing as too self-indulgent for this place.
I was going to say,
Oh,
one, there's got to
God.
be a laboratory moment, and there also has to be a firing range.
I was about to say, you'll love who the range master is, Ian. You specifically will adore
God.
the range master.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy. I like that we said that simultaneously.
Yes.
Jinx,
All
you owe
right.
me a Coke.
So,
I don't have
Yep.
I don't have any dealers.
Yep.
Sorry.
Well played, well
Havelocks.
played.
Havelock is like, yes, actually, a firing range may be of significant help to you. I spend some time there myself, just...
This is the only thing that has gotten my attention in a way that isn't in a way that doesn't involve fear.
Mm-hmm. Yup. So Havelock, leads everyone to, like, out of the door, through the door, away from all the other doors, and, you find yourselves in a firing range, and it's big, and it's spacious, and it has more ammo than God, just sitting there, waiting to... Yeah, there's, like, guns just waiting for you to put bullets through them. It's excellent.
Nice.
Wait.
What?
This, I didn't know about this room.
Yeah, there was probably
I-
a reason for that, Dreadful said.
Can I take one?
No.
No.
Can I
I'm
need
gonna
to...
say no.
Bella, no, that's the best part is...
Neberius, you're on
Also,
band
you
duty.
can Scorching Ray. What do you need a gun for?
These are good questions. You do magic. My gun is
I-
magic, so it's part of my magic. But what's your excuse?
I want to know how the bang happens.
Oh, I can just tell you that.
Mithraeus like, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. Mithraea, who's still a skeleton, just picks the gun up and stares down its barrel.
There is,
She's
at
like,
this
I'm pretty
moment...
sure it comes out of this end.
At this moment,
I
Interesting.
just
Trevor's
wince as
heels.
I watch the skeleton stare down the muzzle of a gun. I just wince.
now, like, at this point,
Trevor is like,
You hear
interesting, and picks up by the trigger and takes the gun right towards the face to happen losing.
No.
okay, for
Ether's
Dreadfusse's
first act of kindness is taking the gun
Put
away
that
from
down. Put that
Dreadfuss.
down. Put that down.
Havelock is just like, oh dear. Anyway,
I just immediately carefully approach. Like I approach Dreadfuss, but I'm like combat strafing so as to avoid being muzzle flagged.
yup. So
Just put that down carefully. Put that back down. Don't squeeze whatever part of the gun you're holding. Okay.
yup. So
Okay.
He's like, or do. It'll be interesting.
No, don't encourage her.
at that point, you do hear you just hear someone walking in, like you hear the sounds of like high heels hitting the floor.
Uh-oh.
And like
I can already feel myself getting horny, and I don't even know what's going on.
oh, it's about to get much worse. You
As
see
it
this
happens,
woman.
I do take whatever gun Dreadfuss has picked up and put it back on the rack.
Yep. You hear high heels hitting the floor as like someone starts walking over. You smell cigar smoke before you can properly see them as they come
Oh,
around
fuck.
the corner. And
Dean is already horny.
Oh,
it is
very.
Yin, you already know who this is probably going to be. You
I've
see
got
a
some
woman
guesses.
wearing you see a tall woman wearing a red, like a dark red suit.
For
Where,
fuck's
like,
sake.
With like and draped over their shoulders like a cape is an old Soviet military coat. Like one of the long officers' coats.
Oh my god.
She has
fucking
blonde
believe
hair,
you.
and at least half of her face is just burn scars.
It's balalaika.
It's
isn't it?
Balalaika.
Uh-huh. Oh my god.
She is the range
Fucking
master.
hell.
I was just talking to Kitty about this shit. I actually need to finish fucking Black Lagoon.
Oh,
I have the whole
Balalaika.
thing. We could watch it sometime.
Black
We
Lagoon is
should.
good. I highly recommend Roberta's Blood Trail. It's excellent. I recommend the manga a bit more highly than I do the series for Roberta's Blood Trail. I like how it ends better.
Mhm. Ow.
But it's quite good regardless. Either way.
Yin, we'll sit down and watch it sometime.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
fun. But yeah, Balalaika just comes around the corner. And like, in crisp, perfect English, is just like, I would not recommend doing that. She's just looking at Mithraya, staring down the barrel of a gun. Like,
See,
Try's
like-
like, what do I care? I'm dead.
See,
yeah.
that's the thing. That's why I didn't. That's why I only wince at
Mhm.
seeing Mithraya do this. But I start
Yep.
getting antsy when Dreadfuss starts
Oh, yeah.
mishandling a gun.
Yeah.
If Dreadfuss is still holding the gun, she does just like walk over
I s-
very
It's
quickly.
down.
Hello?
Oh, it's down.
I said I took.
Okay.
Ether took it
Yeah.
and put it back on the rack.
Hmm.
Yep.
And she's just like, welcome to the range. Please don't point guns at yourselves. I don't care if you die, but it's a lot of paperwork.
I tip my hat.
She just cocks an eyebrow at you and nods politely. I
Jack
see
is
new
just going to
faces.
take a handful of bullets.
What?
Jack
I
is just
missed
going
that.
to take a handful of bullets.
Balalaika notices
the
but
ammo-
chooses to ignore it.
Is the ammunition up for grabs?
She's like,
Cool.
yeah, this place doubles it. Like, this is an armory and shooting
Fair.
range.
So
If
I
you
just
need
go up
weapons,
to-
take him.
I start comparing shotgun shells to whichever are on the bandolier, and then once I find a match, I just start like filling
Dreadfuss.
the bandolier.
There is suddenly the cherry of a lit cigar about an inch from your face. Not you. You are not responsible enough for these.
If you say so.
I run.
Maybe.
She just stares down at you imperiously. I run a firearms safety course every couple of days. You should attend one. That wasn't
Mitrai's
a
like, I'll
request.
attend if I can get a date.
Noises.
Yeah, that was not a request.
Bottom noises.
Yup.
Yeah. Yup.
Meanwhile, Balalaika turns to Mithraya and is like, looks at her appraisingly. That might be
Yersinia gives the
fun.
body back. Gives Yersinia's or Mithrai's half of the body back.
Oh
I
my
grab-
god.
I will say, while all of you are talking, I take a fistful of shotgun shells, unholster the shotgun, and go step up to the range. And without warning anyone, I just start doing target practice.
No, that's fine. Like, Balalaika at least is not phased by this. Havelock turns to see the gunfire, but not in a like, oh, that's startling, just out of curiosity. I don't know how anyone else reacts though.
Yersinia doesn't give even half of a shit. Like,
Yeah.
Fair.
this means very little. God damn it! Did I get this right?
Yeah,
Hang
Jack
on,
is
sorry.
Because it
also
is a
going to
firing
do
range,
target
so-
practice.
Yeah,
Mm.
got it.
Yeah, gun practice is
Alright.
useful.
Of note, Jack doesn't use a gun. She is essentially flicking things downrange, but they're still achieving a supersonic.
Oh yeah, you hear the crack of
Sweet.
the sound barrier breaking.
Jack has magnetic induction gloves.
Yeah, she
So she can
does.
just sort
Railgun
of-
hands.
She got
That's
them railgun
amazing.
hands.
She can sort of just. She keeps like half a pound of just small metal objects like nails and bolts and ball bearings on her person, just
Okay.
as sort of an impromptu.
That's
Okay, but
fucking
AK,
rad.
like, does she
Yeah.
flip coins and ask people if they know what a railgun is?
Yes, yes.
Has anyone seen No Country for
Also,
Old Men?
hi.
Hi,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Ian. I have seen No Country for Old Men.
I've seen all the scenes with fucking
Anton Chigurh.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, that whole what do I stand to win? Everything? Your life? You feeling lucky? Friendo?
Friendo.
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 So
Hard.
good.
A little bit of that energy. But yeah, she doesn't
Excellent.
bother with guns, but magnetic induction gloves are sort of handy in a pinch.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they're done. And if
Hell
you
yeah,
see
look
this-
at them.
Those look rad.
Oh, those look
Hell
so nice. Fuck.
Yes, I'll post better pictures, but they're little outrun suns.
I still wear these
Nice.
religiously.
I'm so glad those went to you. Also, I see my
love
necklace,
them.
more of my handiwork floating around.
Yes, I love
I
this.
we'll find the earrings you made for us in. They're somewhere.
Trust me,
I'm
if you
sorry.
can't tell from looking at the background, it's a little crowded in here. Stuff goes missing.
Yeah, shit
Fair.
happens.
Alright, we just
Um,
keep periodically toggling our camera when the connection goes fucky.
Yeah, you're valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do what you need.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Also, I have cider.
Oh,
And I
hell
should figure
yeah.
out food.
Am I breaking out the
drink
good cider? I'm
food.
breaking out the good cider for this. It's time
It's New
for...
Year's.
It
The end
sure
of fucking 2020.
You know what? I will
Like
drink to
a
that. Drink some 1911 raspberry cider.
Camera's on now.
Oh wait, fuck! It's actually
Oh god, my
it's
face.
an hour for me, but
Mood.
My face is just
Like-
a mess of acne scars. I'm used to it.
Oh,
Same.
whereas
my non-existent eyebrows. Why am I critiquing my own face? Fuck. And moving on.
Sitting
moving
here with
on.
my
I mean,
laughs in perfect eyebrows.
Oh fuck you! Don't pick your
fucking-
eyebrows, kids. This is what happens to them.
We have fucking dwarven eyebrows.
Yeah, everyone else has great eyebrows. Can I borrow eyebrows from everybody else?
you can't see
can-
the mess they
You
are.
can use some of the mass from ours.
All
We've
right.
got
Oh.
plenty to spare.
So,
Ooh, Dreadful had a thing. Yes.
yes, Dreadfus I did have a thing.
She tries.
When
pretty
she
hard to
finally
talk to
stops just
Balalaika.
making bottom noises.
She can't stop. So she turns to Havelock and says,
Camera's going up for a second.
Is magic allowed in here? Am I allowed to?"
Balalaika pats Dreadfuss. Balalaika pats Dreadfuss on the head and is like, yes.
Instantly bolt upright. Just...
Yeah, she just starts petting Dreadfussé on the head. Yes, yes, little one, magic is allowed at the firing range.
Like that Dreadfussé
And she
is
gets-
just Maple.
Oh yeah, she gets like real
Yeah.
close in your ear and like whispers it to you.
Gods.
Because Balalaika is amused by these reactions.
Mithra is trying to figure out if flexing is more likely to get her a date.
Oh, Balalaika's looking at Mithraya appraisingly. Like, Mithraya, she's
Yeah.
like... Yeah, Balalaika does just walk up to Mithraya, who is actually taller than her, and is like, you're taking me out for dinner tomorrow.
Mithra is like, oh fuck yeah, I am. Yes, mommy.
I love Balalaika.
Yersinia looks at Mithraya like, what the actual fuck?
Thirsty fucks.
I do love that Mithraya is just gonna be like, I need all of the body tomorrow.
Oh yeah. And
I'm going to require use of the body.
yes.
Yeah, Yersinia, go get wasted. I need all of the body tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh my god.
One sec.
No worries.
Anyway, I was just estrogen alarm.
I hope you enjoyed that. I really hope you liked that, Ian. I thought you would
Oh yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
it.
No, for the record, like in the relationship, the irony is that despite being bigger and buffer and butcher than like she has any right to be,
Oh, she's
Mithraea
definitely
is
the-
absolutely the
Yup.
bottom in the relationship.
Yup.
Excellent.
Mithraya just gravitates toward even bigger, stronger girl.
Yeah.
Yup. Oh, that's excellent.
Or more, she gravitates towards women who can put her in her place.
Yup.
Yep.
Exactly.
Ether is just completely tuned out from what's happening and is just like they're just in the zone.
Ether's
doing
just
target
happy.
practice.
For the first time
Yeah.
since they have arrived, they're happy. Just
The first time in their memory,
yup.
they are enjoying themselves.
Yup. Just putting 12 gauge rounds through that gun.
Yep.
At least I assume it's 12 gauge. Ooh, maybe it's 10 gauge. You have a fucking combat body.
Fair. I'm gonna say it's 10 gauge.
Nice.
Because then the holes have more room for packing nasty shit in there.
It's true. Havelock, for their part, like, has their own gun, but for kicks, like, picks up what looks a lot like the fucking... No, it's just the Doomstick from KF2. It's just that obnoxious 4-barreled 12 gauge.
Oh my god.
And Havelock is like holding this thing in a way that says that they are familiar with and can use it. Like, everything about the way they're holding this screams competence. And it's a little
That's
alarming
frightening.
to watch this toothpick of a man fire a gun about as long and thick as them.
I glance over
Insert
and my
your own
only,
jokes.
I glance over to him with the gun, and the only thought that goes through my head is that man is about to snap in half. Like he is going to fire it and snap backwards.
Havelock.
That's what you're picturing, Dax. I'm picturing just like Havelock just flying backwards, like just out of frame.
It's like
The gun stays put. Havelock's gone.
It's like the
Weak
super
shit,
shot.
have it be an 8 gauge.
It's like the super shotgun and guncaster.
Oh god, that monster!
That fucking 8-barreled pump shotgun that literally you can use as you can use it as a traversal tool. It sends you fucking flying.
It's excellent. But Havelock fires it, and like you see Havelock
The room
before they
shakes
fire the weapon.
slightly.
Yeah, before they fire it, you
Wait,
see
do they
like
fire all 4 at once?
give it a moment. Havelock, you see Havelock like whisper something under their breath as like the marks on their hands start spreading onto the gun.
Oh shit!
And they just like take aim down
glance over and
range.
Start watching.
Yeah, they take aim down range, grinning manically, and just fire and like pull the trigger all the way back, firing all 4 barrels at once. Like there is just this just absurdly loud sound of this thing
Fucking
going off.
thunderclap.
Yup. Havelock does not move an inch.
I flinch slightly.
Havelock's like, oh, that never gets less fun.
And I decide, like, fuck it, we're showing off now. So
Yersinia turns back around from where she was standing with her mouth open and her hands over her ears.
I take one hand off of the shotgun, my right hand.
Infamous zero gauge. Oh fuck! That
God, here we
nightmare
go.
monster.
I don't know what anything means.
I think a zero gauge would just be a cannon.
You
It's
and me
just a
both,
cannon.
Zoe.
Naval cannon.
It's
I
just
can't
a
gun my
fucking
way out of a wet paper bag.
Anyway, say fuck it, like not not like a dick measuring contest showing off, but just having fun showing off. And I with my right hand, I get out another cigarette from the case, and with the other hand, I continue firing and spin racking the shotgun. Like, there is a noticeable decrease in accuracy, but I am grinning. Just beaming.
Fun little detail. Last thing for the endless thirst trap that is Balalaika being here. Balalaika finishes her cigar and just tosses it off before, like, taking out a new cigar, clipping it, and handing Mithraya a lighter.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yup.
Mithraya knows what to do.
Oh,
Yersinia
yes.
may smoke, like, ridiculous long cigarettes out of a holder.
Yes.
And because of my fucking thumb lighter, I just spark it with my index finger and light it as I'm just essentially goofing off with a firearm.
Listen, like, you go to a range sometimes
You got a
to just have
necromancer
fun.
in your
Like,
group. If somebody dies, she can fix it.
we have the best
I
kind
mean,
of doctor. The posthumous
But do we
kind.
have a mechanic?
Dreadfuss can maybe do mechanics.
Kinda.
You might be a little more...
Dreadfuss might
She's
make it
more clockwork
worse.
than anything else.
Yeah, you might be more
Also,
clockworky
she definitely
afterwards,
wants in
but
on
you
the
know.
shooting, this dick measuring contest that's happening.
I specifically said that's not what's happening. I'm just having
No,
fun.
You know,
no,
Havelock is just
Dreadfuss
having fun.
taking it like that. She's definitely like,
Dreadfuss,
I
they
want to
don't see
impress
it
the
that
hot
way.
lady.
I
And like,
will
do
impress
repair
the hot
electronics,
lady.
so I've got you there.
What, AK?
What'd you say, AK?
I can do repair of electronics. Like that is one of my trades.
Good.
Good.
So we do
Electronic
have
computers,
we
security
have
systems,
both.
etc.
Yes, we have the world's best doctor, even if a little late, and a mechanic.
Late doctor.
Yeah.
At some point I do want to. Okay, now that you've shared that bit of information, I want to talk to Jack at some point.
Oh dear.
Okay.
If it
Oh,
can
no, this-
stop an elephant, it probably counts as small arms fire in a magic setting. Yeah, give or take.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh my god.
all right, so like if you're
Freaking-
like still just staring with what can only be described as lust at guns, Dreadfuss,
Oh dear. I'm sorry.
Balalaika
Dangerous
does
curiosity.
No,
Balalaika
it's not guns.
I was
She's
gonna
got
say it's
magic.
less
Well,
lust
it's
and
less
more
lust,
like
yeah.
the toddler's
Fascination.
desire to put like a fork in an electrical outlet.
Yeah,
Dreadfuss
no.
is firing at least 20 spells, and there's a 1 in 20 chance of wild magic.
Oh no.
So I just rolled.
Oh no.
Well,
Roll.
we
should roll to figure out what
I
happens.
just did.
Oh
I
my
just
God.
did.
She does
Okay.
a lot.
So
It's
like,
time.
Dreadfuss just throwing spells. They're not necessarily accurate, but they are very,
that's
very
the Majima
destructive.
bat.
A lot of targets are a little bit on fire or a little bit on acid now.
You start
Oh.
taking chunks out of the wall behind
There's,
the
behind
targets.
the wall, there's a few damaged bits in the
Yeah,
wall.
Balalaika
and
looks
then-
genuinely irate as like the wall starts
then-
taking
I'm sorry.
damage.
I'm sorry.
Mm.
I'm sorry.
She's
What do you
Dreadfuss,
got?
I know that when you said taking acid, I know you meant like acid
Yeah, no.
damage, as in
Uh-huh.
like corrosive damage.
It's
But I'm
very
just
fun to
picturing
think.
parts of the wall starting to trip.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and we're all standing down. If you stare at
No.
certain patches, it's just like, here comes your ego death. You can taste sound now.
I think
Yo.
both.
Don't look at
I
those
think it's
parts.
Don't look at
imagining
those parts.
The section,
thing.
this section of the wall is like, I mean, nobody here but us is like as familiar with Caves of Cut as we are, but there is an item in it called Spray a Brain, where you can just select any inanimate tile and it will become an NPC.
Uh-oh.
It will become, you just gift it sentience.
Half-Life.
Yeah.
Like
At
everyone
least
else is like
sentient
That's
and
in
mad.
the collection
Yeah,
somewhere,
the
isn't it?
wall-
Oh, absolutely.
the
The
wall,
fucking Spray a
the
Brain.
wall behind the targets is now sentient and is like causing like psychic damage to people.
Yeah.
The wall, as soon as it gains sentience, it gains the ability to feel pain.
It's the fucking Roomba. Why was I created this way?
No, and Havelock is just like now it has a
magic.
couple. Now there's just eyes on the wall, just happening here and there. Just
Balalaika is pissed.
Balalaika's
The
one
thing-
upset, and two Havelock is now in staring contests with the eyes. Everyone else is like taking psychic damage.
I
got a problem.
recoil. I would either be more or less vulnerable to psychic damage, being that it's just a break, because like that
Your
the
Cydia
skull
is in full
armored
Bloodborne
against-
frenzy on the floor.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Also AK deafened,
Oh dear. They probably have a phone call or something. They'll be back.
Yeah.
possibly.
I rolled an 81 on the one magic table I'm using, which is take one additional action immediately. So she was already
Another
spraying
spell.
and praying with spells, and now she's doing that at double speed.
Oh God, help us all.
Yeah, no, now Havelock at that point, like, suddenly realizes the Dreadfusay is still going and just kind of turns and he's like, oh, that's not
I quickly,
good.
realizing that things are going poorly, I immediately go into like combat field assessment mode and just try and take stock of the situation.
Havelock,
Your Cydia is frothing on the floor.
Oh,
I-
okay. Yep. Okay.
I just, is Ursinia the only one like in immediate, like, what could be seen
Well-
as immediate danger?
Yesenia's not in any
Like,
danger,
Right,
per se.
the thing
But,
about
like,
it is your
I'm
Cydia
saying,
has
what
like,
could be perceived as danger?
like,
Like, Ether's going to see that and say they're about to die.
yeah, totally just like, she's probably the only one, because again, your Cydia is the type of, again, she comes from a world where basically Bloodborne is real, and her insight is way too fucking
Excellent.
high. So again,
Yep.
she is like flat on the ground, foaming at the mouth, like she just ran into a winter lantern. She's not having a good day.
Balalaika, like, looks down at Yersinia, looks at Mithraia, and is like, is that normal? Is she gonna be okay?
Notably, this is weird even by like Mithraia's standards. Mithraia's like, I think we need to make this stop. Notably,
Yeah.
Mithraia is so low insight that she's not being affected very strongly.
Havelock
She's part
is-
of
Yep.
like,
I start dashing towards Dreadfusay.
Yep.
Like, I holster my shotgun and dash towards Dreadfusay
You
and
see-
just stop
Stop.
it!
You
Knock it the hell off!
You do
At least
see
one spell goes upwards and bits of ceiling fall down on her.
oh my God.
And
I
you
am,
just
like-
see, like,
Sorry,
Balalaika is now just rubbing the bridge of her nose in just,
This-
like, fucking...
Do I need to take that stick from you as well? Jesus Christ!
It won't stop the
And Balalaika, like, just kind of walks over to Dreadfusay and just, like, gets, like, looks directly into their eyes, like, real close to their face, still chomping on a cigar, and is like, Dreadfusay,
I've taken a
Honey.
couple steps back.
love, please do not bring my firing range to life. It's a lot of work to get it to stop being that way.
I didn't know I could do that.
I didn't know I could do that.
That's not reassuring.
interesting. Yeah,
Either way.
that's
Either
fine,
way.
magic.
I think the good
Just-
doctor needs more than firearms training.
And Havelock does pipe out that phone. I've been trying, but she's struggling with basic arithmetic.
I I don't know what numbers are. It didn't teach me.
Exactly.
Look at me. I grew up in a universe where they had universal free education.
Flying around just spontaneously comes alive on a regular basis. Yeah, no, that is the implication. This is the collection. The collection is a nightmare mess.
Oh yeah.
This is not the first time this has happened. Balalaika's not surprised. She's just annoyed. She then, like, Havelock runs over to, or like doesn't really run, just like casually walks over to Yersinia, who is still frothing on the floor, takes out like one of those like mask things from the Outer Worlds where it has like a spritz bottle and a bottle thing, puts it over her face and is like, "It's all right, Yersinia, it's all right. Now count to gas," and just starts like pumping
to
it.
gas.
And then once Yersinia's like calmed a bit and is no longer like literally like seizing. Yeah, literally seizing. Havelock's like, "And some for the doctor."
Yeah. Like during this process, during some for the doctor, Yersinia like spits out a mouth of, I presume this gas is just purple, so now her like
a little bit.
foam is purple.
A little.
Spits out a mouthful of pale purple foam, like sits up, mutters something about like mother costs, and like
I walk over to Yersinia to like check in and like offer an arm to help her up.
Yersinia accepts it very gratefully, honestly.
That's
like she kind of gets up.
shocking. Havelock raises
like,
eyebrows at that.
we just clasp forearms and tug her onto her feet.
Yeah.
Havelock
Because
has tried to help
you're not-
Yersinia up before, and it's ended poorly every time.
Notably, you've never tried to help her up after she, like,
Loses it.
seized on the floor.
That's fair.
And you actually have helped her in the past when she was experiencing the wonder of, what was it, Orange Gene? What was that?
That's true.
Also, just
Octarine.
Octarine, thank you.
Slight bit of real life advice that we learned from our parkour classes: when helping somebody up or helping pull them up onto something, you should like hold each other by the forearm, not by the hands.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a much better anchor point. Havelock
or
does
hook your arms by the elbows.
Havelock also
much
like
stronger wrists or not.
Havelock also takes out this small little vial of something. It's a stoppered like vial, and just hands it to Yersinia between his fingers like a cigar. It's like, this'll get you back in sorts.
You all right?
I'm not exactly used to being like exposed to telestic madness. Just, casually. You're supposed to have some build up to this shit.
I'd have expected you'd be used to that by now, working here.
I wasn't. I am a necromancer. I am not. This is not my expertise.
That's
I am
fair.
not experienced in divine mind-altering bullshit.
I talked to that angel you
deal with
resurrected. It was fascinating.
The angel was fascinating, and we all love Ogbeth. We stand
We
Ogbeth
do.
in this house.
Ogbeth is lovely.
Yes, but
We
when
stand Ogbeth in this like extra
Building?
dimensional hell building.
space, yeah,
In this house.
yeah.
Yep.
I love
This
that.
house has
It's
ghosts.
not
It
a
occurs
whore
to me-
house. It's a whore home.
It occurs to me that the House of Leaves is connected to the Nebulous Collection.
Oh, it
somewhere.
absolutely. The House of Leaves is how you get to the Nebulous Collection in our world.
Yeah, no, you have to keep going down the fucking stairs. You just
Yeah,
have
you
to keep
do.
going down. Eventually, if you are persistent enough and have the cold weather gear, you can
Mhm.
kick open the door and there's just the curator going, "Welcome.
Yeah.
Ah,
You're
you
a
have-
persistent one."
God,
Oh
I
my
wish
God.
that were. God, I wish that were real. I'd do it. I'd
Yeah,
do it
let
in a
me tell you,
heartbeat.
You and I, we could team up. We could take everybody. We can just go and find the
Yeah.
collection where
Go
all
find
of
the
your needs are
collection.
met.
Yes. Where all of your needs are met, and it's just an endless orgy of madness and sex.
Madness, sex. Well,
Poggers.
I was going to say, it's like, consider this. It is a place where you have free food and free board, where you can
That's
have
enough, I'm
basically
there.
anything you want, where the economy basically, like, you get paid, which you can use elsewhere, but
Mhm.
essentially the economy within the actual Nebulous Collection is an economy of pure trade.
Yeah, it's what kind of
Where
luxury
you-
shit do you want,
Yeah.
and what cool shit are you, like the
Yeah, what do you have?
ooh,
What
Dax.
can you trade for it?
that
What?
video you showed me of the that like ice cream truck thing. Do you have ice cream? No, I sell sunglasses. Oh,
Wait,
well,
let me just find the video. Don't spoil it. I have to share it.
Yeah.
it is some
Yeah, just
damn,
share it in.
it is some serious Faye shit, and I love the energy of
Yep.
it.
Rip
Oh my
so
God.
sent it
good.
to us saying that it has
I've got
so
about
powerful.
15 minutes left here.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Then
Well,
we
it's
can
just
actually.
basically bullshit all the way down.
It
so.
is, yeah. To be fair, like, yes, it did show that to Dax Vale. The video is so good, but and that's
it's in
basically
chat.
that's basically the barter system of this place. That's kind of
Nice.
how it works.
I'll
But
find
yeah.
the video eventually.
So, one.
Ah, there it is.
yes,
Sending it in
and
VC share.
Havelock's like the last
And
place
I'm
we
putting it
need
in
to
chat
go.
for Minerva specifically.
Yeah.
It's really
Oh, Minerva's familiar with that video apparently.
No, you get it anyway.
Good.
Nerds. I'm not.
Nerds. Nerds.
All right. So Havelock's like, well, we've been to the armory, we've been to the room of doors, we've been to the scrying room. What better way to
God,
wrap
this
this up?
place.
The scrying room.
What does
Follow
that mean?
me, and you shall see a majestic and interesting place. And-
Nerds. Oh fuck! No!
Ian, what's wrong?
I just heard slurping and now she's just covering her mouth.
We almost had beer party foul.
Oh no.
Beer time.
I had to fix the beer's head or give the beer head. Make your
Yeah.
own jokes.
There you
Same
go.
thing.
Yep. All right. So, yeah, that looks like the scrying room. Follow me, and you're led to a room that is, it's almost like a Greek. It's almost like a more like Greek forum with like fountains and pools everywhere, and like there are just people gathered around some of the pools. There's a lot of mirrors, and it's all a lot more tranquil. It's a lot more chill. And, like, even Havelock kind of mellows out when they get here.
Mm-hmm.
And Havelock's like, this is a place where we can look in on other worlds and places. Our homelands, or perhaps places we're interested in going. Sedge threw up here once.
Yes, we don't talk about Sedge.
And yeah, just walk up to one of the pools, touch it, and think about what you want to see. Or rather, where you want to see. And then see where your mind takes you.
Yersinia sticks a finger in. Oh, hey, look, it's the convent. Oh, they all look miserable. I'm so glad.
There's the Mother Superior, still miserable and drunk.
Yep.
So is it something that is visible on the pool or only visible in the minds of...
No, it's on the pool. Like, you just
Yeah,
see
yeah,
this,
no.
like, you see this woman probably surrounded by, like, old musty tomes, like, wearing a much fancier version of Yersinia and Mithraia's habit, like, sipping out of a
Nick.
glass. Yeah?
Nick, that was when I said old musty. I was going to say, like, her old musty lovers.
Yes! Also that!
That's
She's a
that's musky, not musty.
Same difference.
same difference to a necromancer, Dax.
Oh god.
They're not okay. They're not necrophiles. They spent a long time trying to dispel that particular legend.
God.
Ritual necrophilia is not part of the Sisters of the Sepulchre.
Oh.
I promise you.
There are big signs everywhere saying, do
There are
not
big
fart on
signs.
corpses, they will talk.
Yeah, that's actually part of the thing. You cannot actually, like, doing that to a corpse would be incredibly rude for a variety of
It's-
obvious
it's
reasons.
very
but there's the
rude.
additional fact that this is a place where necromancy happens.
Yeah.
So you can raise the dead, and the dead will inform you who did a fucky wucky with them.
Oh, it's like pushing up daisies.
Yeah,
We haven't seen that show in a while. It was good.
yeah.
I always meant to get back to that one, actually.
What
But
was
yeah,
that?
so
But yeah. So yeah,
What'd
the
you say,
Mother
Zoe?
Superior is
Oh,
just...
sorry, yeah, no, I was mean to get back
Yeah.
to pushing up daisies. That's not
she's
very much.
drunk
lad.
and
Keep
she's
going.
laying on her bed with one of her girlfriends. Knowing the Mother Superior, she probably has and the thing is that
She probably
she's
has
not a
several
bad-looking
in the
lady.
bed with her.
Oh yeah.
Good
She's not
for
a
her.
bad-looking lady. Like, but she's kind of, there's an air of, she may have let herself go a little bit.
Yep. They may or may
And
not
she's-
be attended by skeletons if any of them need anything.
Oh yeah, no. The Mother Superior was an expert in skeleton raising. Like, you know when your Cinia does it and they just bounce off of each other in like wild circles?
Oh, so she's like Harrow Hark's level of expertise with bones.
Yeah, she's Harrow Hark.
Okay.
Yeah, no, she can make them.
Excellent.
They walk.
Oh, how they danced for us.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's
all right.
like if you stuffed Harrow Hark and Ianthe in a blender, that's what comes out.
Excellent. I think if Havelock touches one of the pools, and they do the fancy mage shit, like they swirl their finger just along the surface in such a way that it like doesn't disturb the water, but just makes whatever they're viewing appear clearly. They're like, and they see like a family just sitting down and having dinner, and that family looks wealthy. Like, to be fair, that family looks really wealthy. But they're just sitting down, like, exchanging pleasantries. The mother and father are, like, just, like, trading, like, what are clearly well-intentioned, just, like, friendly banter. Like, a sort of friendly bickering back and forth. A couple of the children are just, like, laughing and playing.
Dax, I love your sweatshirt.
That's an excellent shirt. And the pants are great. It's Night
That-
Vale.
Yeah, we got this at the live show in 2018.
Oh goddamn!
I think I went to that live show.
It was good.
It was.
Portland has really good venues. Also, always forget how far back this chair goes when, like, take a pin out.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that was cool. And went to the 2019 live show as well.
Nice.
And then we haven't listened to Night Vale since because those memories are now closely associated with someone we're no longer on speaking terms with.
Uh-oh. That's a
Not that
shame.
it was their fault.
Shit happens.
What?
Oh,
I think AK had to go.
AK had to go. Yeah.
We've lost
Fair.
him.
Oh. Well,
Oh.
there's not
Well, I
much
guess
more
at
to
this
see
point-
at this point
yeah.
anyway. Havelock just
Fair.
looks in on this scene and is like, just looks really genuinely happy. Like, not in a creepy,
Aw.
weird way, just like, oh, I'm glad to see the family's getting on well.
And did you want to go first, Dreadfussy?
no, I think mine works best last, honestly.
Okay.
Alright. So
I will build to it. But Drevsay is definitely looking quite grim right now.
I
You don't
walk
have
up
to use the scrying pools if you don't want to. That's the other thing.
I approach one of the pools and just like tentatively dip a finger in,
Mhm.
and there's like all there is just a house in the desert, this like beaten up shack in some green skied desert with nothing in the distance, no life to be seen. It almost appears as though it were a still image, and suddenly it just vanishes.
Fascinating.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
And I just step back from it quietly.
What is it with cider? Sometimes they're skunky. That's weird.
What
They
does
can
that
be.
mean?
It's a side effect of the yeast fermentation.
It's
Sometimes
yeast,
it
yeah.
adds weird odors.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
I've tasted wine that straight up smelled like horse manure. I'm not even kidding.
I believe it.
excellent. We have never tasted alcohol.
Oh yeah.
It's
no,
a
you're-
totally-
you're
yeah.
youth. And America has weird
Your
laws about 21.
youth.
No,
I mean,
like
it's not-
I
if
went
we
to
wanted
America
to
age
try it,
20 and was annoyed because I
it's
had 2 years
21,
of
yeah.
drinking and I couldn't fucking drink again.
Yeah.
There was-
We,
So, first
Yeah,
of all,
if we
because
wanted
you're
to
a
try
baby.
if we
guys,
wanted to
ladies,
try
gentlemen, boys,
alcohol,
girls. Also, I think I'm older
I had to drink
than just about
fucking
all of
cranberry juice.
I'm
you
just reading. Listen,
monsters.
I am
I'm
reading
older
chat.
than you two.
Yin, I am merely reading chat. Also,
if I
Dax,
you?
wanted,
Rift says
if
you're
I
a baby.
wanted to try it, yes. if we wanted to try it, we know people that could source it. We just don't want to try it.
Yeah.
We don't
It's-
trust things that are easy to form chemical dependencies on.
Valid.
Alcohol should always be something that like is fun and not
Exactly.
something that you like need.
I'm
Also,
sad
it should
because I can't
also
drink
never
anymore. as
like
well.
if you, on the off chance that anyone ever does want to try, like find alcohol that you like, find stuff like there's nothing wrong with sweet wine. Though
Yeah,
I
no,
may
seriously,
judge you
find stuff you like.
teensy bit if you drink white Zinfandel because
I wanna-
wrong.
Is that a bread and butter wine?
It's
You mean the one
white
I
Zin-
like to drink because it just tastes like grape juice?
So the thing is that like there are really good sweet wines. I like Riesling. Sorry, we're gonna have a sidetrack here.
That's valid.
But like sweet wines like Riesling
Game
and
over.
Moscato are fantastic, and
Mhm.
they're not super expensive, and you can get them from a lot of different places, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're meant to be sweet, pretty much. But Zinfandel is a grape that normally makes really good red wine. But
Uh-huh.
for some fuck off reason, they use it to make the world's most god awful, god forsaken. They call it white Zinfandel. It is a neon shade of unnatural pink. Almost every time you encounter it.
Oh God.
It's right.
And
Not
like,
rosé.
It's not like the thing is, it's like it should be called a rosé. I might be a little less offended by it if it was called a rosé, but they call it white Zinfandel, and I'm like, functionally, who looked at this and called it white?
Yeah. I still need to get that tiki rum
Who made-
book. That was I've heard is
Oh.
quite good.
Are you talking about the one that I've got here?
I don't know if it's the one you have. It's like
I'll send you a picture.
It's like a black book. Like the cover is just black, and then there's a picture of like
with
a tiki glass.
idol.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I've got. You
Yeah,
know
it's
that if
all
you
about
want anything
wines
out
and
of
it
it, I
not
can-
wines, rums, and it
Tiki cocktails,
categorizes
yeah.
them. Yes,
You know that if you want stuff out of that, I can just send it to you.
I
can just
suppose
text you pictures.
that
We can
would
PDF
Be,
this motherfucker.
I would like that actually. Yes, that would be good because I wanted
We
to
can
get
work
that.
together.
Moving
We've
along.
sidetracked.
Yes.
Right along. I
Yes.
did have another idea for something to do
Oh.
with the script. Some shenanigans to
What'd
get
you
up
see?
to with the scrying pools.
Mhm.
Well, again, the first vision is still the same, but I try again. I dip a finger in, and it's different this time.
Ooh.
There is now like half buried in sand with most of the clothing and skin taken off by passing winds. There is a sloppily beheaded corpse slumped up against the door
Huh.
with a fucking hamburger-sized hole in the chest.
Okay, like I want to say that like Havelock might just idly muse about this aloud and is like, Oh no, Havelock doesn't know about the biological parts.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Friend of yours? Havelock does just say that aloud.
I go quiet for a few moments and just I don't like that I get this weird feeling of recognizing that body, like it's familiar.
Give it time.
Yersinia kind of glances at the image, and here's one of the things. We brought this up very early, but we didn't really get into it.
Mhm.
Who can sense the biological nature of ether? And
Mhm.
Yersinia can't necessarily sense what exactly ether has, but she can smell death. Not necessarily always in the sense of, oh, something's died here, but she can basically smell biological components.
Mhm.
Because if it's biological, if it's based on cells, eventually it's going to break down,
Mhm.
and she can sense that. So she probably knows that there is something biological in ether. She just doesn't know where or what specifically, and she's no mechanist, so she wouldn't even be, like, she can't be arsed to guess.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, Havelock is just looking at that and is like, well, I'm sure we can unravel the mystery of your past in time here. It's not as if we don't have, well, all of eternity stretching before us.
That's not as comforting as that's not as comforting as I assume you intended that to be.
Oh, it wasn't meant to be. You will have to get used to it.
Fair.
Yeah, they just say things like that a lot.
Mithra's like, you get used to the fact that eternity is just all up in your business around
Oh
here.
yeah, it's a thing.
Mm.
I don't
I'm
think
stuck
any of us
in
have
a
aged.
get-along body with this asshole.
I do appreciate that you both managed to meet death, and the outcome was that you got shoved into a get-along sweater.
Yep. Yep. Your city and Mithraea share a get-along body.
Oh, Havelock is saying this in character.
Oh, yeah, no.
I'll never
city
meet
is
death
like-
again.
Nope, neither will we, apparently.
Well, I mean,
Whoops.
immortality achieved? Question mark?
Question mark.
Question mark.
I don't even know how many times I've died already, to be honest. I've lost track. You know,
I
hey,
will
Ethan,
never
you
get-
know how you have like the not enough memory problem? Opposite.
Oh yeah,
I
she's got
have
too many memories.
memories.
It's weird.
Uh,
Some of
That's
those
weird.
memories
Annoying.
clearly can't be hers, unless she's died a bunch of
Yeah.
times. Which, I mean, to be fair, she says she has, but also like
Definitely
even for the
once.
number of times she has died, this is too many deaths. It's all very strange.
Also, I knew who Guy Fieri was.
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri. He haunts my nightmares. Ethan.
Notably, as Dreadfase says this, you hear a faint rattling noise, and the bowl of cheese sticks like slides down the hall to the door opening to the range. Or no, the scrying room.
Yes.
Your
Guy
Cydia sees it.
Fieri.
Guy
Fuck.
Fieri.
Yeah, Havelock sees it and is just like, ah.
Your Cydia sees it, whips like the veil off of her fucking habit, runs over, bags the bowl, and shoves it into one of the pocket dimensions that exists in her habit.
Yes.
And she's like, and if any one of you try to feel me up to get it, I will, in fact, cause the various things in there to bite your hands off.
Okay, but like, can I just have them?
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
You all are going to give yourself fecal impactions if I allow you to continue this way.
Irrelevant. Give me the mozzarella sticks.
Your city's like, Mithraea, defend me. Mithraea's like, can I have the mozzarella stick? No.
I feel for your Yersinia, just constantly surrounded by complete bullshit.
She turns to Nebulous. Nebulous, will you help? And Nebulous is like,
Fine. Nebulous is
I
like,
feel like
fine,
he's-
I will help.
the thing for Nebulous, I feel like he is one of those eat to live types, just because he's also dead.
Well, yeah, one Nebulous like needs more food than normal because a lot of it is he's vampiric and like
Yeah.
Innistrad vampires are alchemy vampires, so it's
Yeah.
a little different, but like so Nebulous just needs to eat a lot to live, and I mean he's got Havelock as a living, breathing blood bag. So
Yeah.
He's good on that front.
Yeah.
But beyond
he's
that,
not, like, he doesn't have the food, like,
no, like for him it's
You could
definitely
basically
blood is the hunger thing he
Yeah.
gets.
blood is the hunger thing. Everything else is just protein shakes. Like, you could probably
Just-
make him subsist on liquids if
No,
he
can-
really wanted
can
to, literally.
He basically does just subsist on meat, protein bars, and protein shakes, and goes to the gym a lot. Him and Mithraea have become very good gym buds.
Hang on one sec, I'm gonna be right back.
Blood and
Where's
mix in the protein powder
fucking
like
fuck?
a smoothie.
Oh no! Now he does! He does because you've suggested it! Oh no! He just
Yeah, very
bleeds Havelock
thick
and uses it to
protein
make a protein shake!
Very thick shake. Also, we sent something in VC share.
Oh no.
That's amazing!
Oh no. What? Is that a joke about quantum physics, Dax? I can't tell anymore.
It's about how field of view works.
It is about how field of view works. But yeah, no, I
ow,
find
ow.
that very funny. But yeah, no, he'll occasionally add blood to the protein shakes just to thicken them up a bit.
Oh God.
If they're a little thin.
I'm just picturing, do you remember Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Spike goes, I like to add the Weetabix to the blood. Gives it a bit of texture.
Valid.
What?
I'm just imagining the fucking, like...
Weetabix is bad enough with milk. Why would we have blood?
I can't imagine that as being anything but gross.
I mean, here's the thing.
Remember,
like one of
blood
those
is a
plain
valid
cereals,
substitute for
right?
eggs in cooking.
Don't like that.
No. I don't like
Semen also
risks
makes
on-
a useful thickening a frothing agent in drinks.
I'm going to ask
There's a
you
whole
to
book
stop.
about it.
Yeah.
Bun
Yeah, can
subjected me to this book, and now you all must suffer with me.
As
Can we
politely
stop?
as I can possibly be.
Can we-
Shut the fuck up.
Can we stop?
Just
Can we
reminds us of
stop?
something else that Rift Systems sent us.
Oh God.
Please, no. We need to
One
get
sec.
to the tabletop. It's all
Anyway.
By the way, are we done with the game or what?
Yeah, no, just
I
about.
feel like we're
Except
done.
Dread
I feel
Fussy.
like we're done.
Dread Fussy needs a thing, if I recall.
I think she's just just terrified by the encroach of breaded mozzarella once more.
I remember I pitched that across the room.
Oh no, it's coming
Yeah,
back,
and-
Dax. You
It
don't
came back.
understand.
Yersinia now
came
has it.
back.
Yersinia's not letting it escape.
Yeah, and Nibirius is like, fine, I'll help. And genuinely just when Havelock decides, fuck it, I want those mozzarella sticks, and like attempts to flying tackle Yersinia for them.
Bad
Nibirius
choice. He's gonna land on her about her knees.
Nibirius just grabs him, just snatches him out of midair, and throws Havelock over his shoulder, and is like, no, bad.
Bad boy.
I put something in VC share. It's a fucking VR chat sketch.
Oh God.
Oh no.
All right, but yeah, wow. The cooldown sessions are just the most self-indulgent. This has gotten out
yeah.
of this got out of hand 5 minutes
every
in.
session's like this,
Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah.
Every single session.
There
Are
was-
they all like this? This one felt
Yeah.
worse than usual. Well,
This
We
one
were
was
just-
worse. I mean, there's a lot going on.
we were
Yeah, I-
adventuring
there was
around.
Very off the rails, but
There
Yeah.
was Aether's introduction, and then Balalaika came in, and it was all downhill from there.
Yeah.
Just literally inserting a character from a different intellectual property.
Wait,
Yeah.
we do that
How
literally
many?
all of the time.
All the
How
time.
many? Gertrude
I mean,
Robinson.
We have the Magnus Archive. We
the
have
Magnus
fucking Black
Archive.
Lagoon.
Black Lagoon.
Yersinia
Never
and
watched
fucking
one of these streams before.
Yersinia and Mithraia
You
are
will
just
get
Gideon
used
and
to it.
Hera with the
I just
numbers
read the
file
fucking
off.
Magic the
Yeah,
Gathering
seriously.
land from my first
Oh, yeah.
adventure.
We
I
will
didn't
admit
know
we've
what
been in
the fuck was going
MTG areas a bunch.
Excellent.
I'm
So,
wondering if I should get more or
we
less
can
changes
go
with what
to
I'm going to be
CUD.
ripping off.
Yeah, no,
Guys,
just
We
fucking
can
Girls.
go
do
to
you.
CUD.
Thems.
Yeah.
So before we leave, I feel can I give for next week when
Yes.
we convene, or
Mhm.
whenever next we convene, and we're able to do, I have sort of I have a trailer for our next episode.
Oh God,
No.
I'm
Oh
excited.
boy.
What do we got?
Next week, our talents will be required to crash a wedding, fix a couple of pantheons,
A couple. Just a few. Just a
and
handful.
ruin the day of at least 2 lizard people.
Oh, I remember this lizard person. Yes.
I don't think you do because I've not told you about any of this.
No, I'm just thinking of wait, is it the person who tried to snipe us at the auction?
No,
Oh, different lizard people. Never mind.
no, no. Admittedly, I may actually make that connection now, though, because I hadn't thought about that. But yeah,
Yeah, I was about to say, you mean the one who tried to fuck us at that auction? Yeah, I remember that.
No,
the
no,
reason
not
we
her.
caused a small scene.
not her. No, next week there will be conspiracy theories and Aztec gods, and it's all gonna be way too fucking much.
Yes. Oh, I'm so
Oh,
fucking excited. Well, I
realize
hope
what have
that.
to do in the after credit scene.
Well, dear viewers,
wrap
I
up.
hope that today's unbelievable
Experience?
nonsense was as
Hell
fun
yeah.
for everyone else as it was for us to do.
It was very fun to do.
I'm glad. I hope this
Also,
was.
I like being able to look in the reflection of Zoe's goggles and see my own camera feed.
It happens.
It's fun.
Just they're very reflective.
Very.
I love them.
I
No,
was
pretty
toying
awesome.
with putting on the Plague Doctor mask for this, but that
Oh,
felt
actually, no.
excessive.
Oh wait, everyone but Ying's met Z. C gave me these.
Oh, that's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah,
C is
See?
lovely.
it's really good.
They are
It's
great.
also delightfully easy to mix up C with my headmate Z.
Yeah,
little
no, to be fair.
One letter name gang.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
sorry,
yeah.
you were saying?
Oh no, I'm just this has been extremely fun, and I look forward to doing it again next week. And in the
Yeah, it'll be a little more
meantime-
structured next week.
Yeah, next week we'll have structure. Structure is something we normally try for a little. We normally like to pretend there's structure. A little. Who
Chaos.
shall we
Chaos.
raid today?
Before
Fun.
the raid.
Fun streaming.
Fine, we can raid
How's
Bun,
the
I
raid
guess.
goes?
Let's all
Can I
reverse
do-
bully Nick so he will raid Bun.
Can I?
Well, my
can I
normal thing
do
is
an
Bun
after
doesn't
party
need the
of food?
viewers. He's already
that
made
okay?
partner. But Bun is playing
Fair.
Snatcher, and Snatcher is interesting, so we'll raid Bun.
It is.
Wait,
Yes.
what is it? Rift, what is it? What am I waiting for?
There's someone else to raid, presumably.
The first state? What's that? What is that?
Whomstative.
Yeah, what is this?
Whomstative.
Because, like, ideally, I would like to raid other small streamers so that, one, it helps networking, and two, I don't know, it just seems nice.
Yeah.
Of
Like-
course.
I love Bun dearly, but, you know.
Fuck that twink has enough success already.
That's my job.
Fickle Red
Fair.
Fox? What? Is that the name of the streamer? Can you give me the name of the streamer and
Yeah.
is that their friend of
Give
okay.
like the like.
Thanks. Because all I need is their
Oh.
name typed out as it appears, because I just need to type in /raid and then is it Mythical Red? Okay, thank you. Mythical Red
I'm going to-
Fox.
Oh no, I have a thought that I need to do.
What?
Sorry,
Oh.
I think this is the after credits scene sort of thing.
Okay.
Like, it's like late at night. Dreadforsay walks back into the room with the the seeing pool.
We forgot about that.
Right?
No, it was. I think
And
it was
she's
left
just
this
sort
way
of
on
like-
purpose.
No, she sighs. She's like, I have to face it eventually.
That it?
I have. And she sticks a finger in,
Mhm.
and it goes, last time. It's like, it was a cliffhanger. I need to see the ending.
She's watching fucking TV.
Yes!
Grind.
Fucking
Oh my God,
See the end of
yes!
her 3-part play. She needs to see it.
Yes! Oh my
needs to
god!
play
Live
with
on
that.
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh my god.
That is the perfect.
Cut!
That is the perfect note to end this on. Thank you all for joining
Yes.
us, and
Thank you for letting me do that.
that's excellent. I love this. Never feel bad for doing nonsense like this. It's what makes the show. Anyway, off to raid Mythical Red Fox. So,
Woohoo.
let's go say hello.
Podgers.
Hello.
And away we go now.